The following is brought to you by the People's National Party.
Make the trumpets play. Jamaican people want better. Economy coming like stormy weather. Ancestors are turning on them grave. To get champion, we can do it together. When we look at the future of precipice, we see Jamaica needs the vision of the PNP. People said the bag of promises, them can't carry go shop. And the crime rate getting high, I wonder when it all goes now, comrades. Jamaican people want better. Economy coming like stormy weather. Ancestors are turning on them grave. We get Chelsea.
The proceeding was brought to you by the People's National Party.
The scale of dealing with anti-corruption issues. So there is a learning curve that we are going through. What is important is that the government supports the development of the institution so it can accelerate very quickly on that learning curve and provide the resources so that they can move very quickly on the learning curve, and that the government does not intervene or interfere. And that message goes to the opposition as well. Leave the anti-corruption and policing agencies to do their jobs. I know why you come to me with that foolishness, you know. You elect a prime minister, and is a prime minister run the country. It is time we learn to hold our leaders accountable for their actions and stop making excuses for them. Stop making excuses. Otherwise, go elect the people who really... And I don't want the right start that stupid argument. Hold the people you elect accountable and stop making excuses for them.
Hello, welcome. Happy Friday. Happy Friday to those in television land. Happy Friday to our silent supporters. Happy Friday to everyone in the chat. Thank you so much for your continued support. Really appreciate each and every one. Remember, when you come in, thumbs up the live, share us out if you can. And if you're new to the channel, please show us some support by subscribing. That will be greatly appreciated. Big up yourself, Bolo. Maximum respect.
All right, Bolo. Big up.
For tuning in. So the topic for tonight is Touch of Evil with your host, Mystic Sensation, which is Baron and Anne-Marie, and we should be joined shortly by Melting Pot. And special shout out to our channel members. I see Muriel King. Bless up yourself. Thank you so much for being here. And also a special shout out to our moderators. And before I welcome those in the chat, I just want to say a special happy birthday to Mama P.
Of course.
Our powerhouse giant who has done so much for this country and has continued to do a lot through the policies that she's left behind that the Jamaica Labour Party cannot railroad but has to follow, but is still taking credit for it. So big up yourself, Mama P. We know that you do it no matter what. Right. And also happy birthday to Isaac Buchanan. Hope you are having a wonderful and blessed day as well. Let me welcome Doris McCoy, Carla Ebanks, Louis Longshaw, Maxine Cummings, Patel Cruikshank, Renee Swaby, Beverly 975, Anthony R, Falmouth Girl 2, Laverne, Rosa, Universal, Devon Fletcher, Ludell Brown, Cecile Phillips, Lynette Jenkins. Again, big up yourself, Muriel King, Bolo, Andrea Burke, Dion Freshmundle, Anne-Marie MacDonald, Jonathan Johns, Florence Denny, Georgia Lynch. Bless up yourself, Mitchie Boo over there in Australia. Happy Saturday to you. Thank you so much for tuning in. Really appreciate your continued support. Florence Denny, bless up yourself. Baron, without any further ado, hand over to you. Empress Audrey Wright, Code Althea, bless up yourself.
All right. Double big up again to all the persons in the chat as well. And once again, thank you for passing through and make it Mystic Sensation. Right? All right. Now, having said that, people, you know that we have been passionate as it relates to the rebuilding situation, right? Particularly as it relates to Melissa's pathway.
Sorry, let me just do a special big up to Captain Merge. He said, just getting online since Melissa using Starlink with my car inverter. Bless up yourself. Thank you so much for making the effort to tune in. One love, and I hope everything is good with you and family at this moment.
Yes.
And hope that you'll get light and stuff back soon.
All right. Bless up Captain Mergy. So, and we have been very much right hitting on the Prime Minister, right, decision making in terms of containers. And we have seen where we had reduced from 5,000 containers to 3,000 containers, and we are the top builders of Jamaica, right? Also weighing in terms of their say in the matter, right? Saying to the Prime Minister that he needs to utilize concrete structure. But I came upon a clip, right, where it seems like the Prime Minister, right, is making a 180 degrees on it. And I would say, right, if that is what he's doing, right, that's good news, right, because that will stimulate the economy, right, that will have a lot of people as it relates to the construction, right, entity, for those people to get jobs and, up and running. That will create some, stimuli, right, for the economy. Having said that, before we go into that clip, right, let us hear what Mr. Richard U. Black is saying. And people, right, you can go over and support Mr. Richard U. Black, right, there on Facebook, right? So we're going to hear what Mr. Richard U. Black is saying, weighing in on the situation as well. Let us listen.
The economic multiplier is what I want us to look at, and that means looking beyond the unit and into the economy. When you buy a block and steel home, right? When you buy a block and steel home, listen to me now. The mason them eat, the carpenter eat, the steelman eat, the small hardware store in a Westmoreland, in a Hanover, in a St. James, in a Trelawney, in a St. Elizabeth, all of them, I eat a food out there. The truck people, them all carry the building material eat. The block maker, them in the different communities, everybody eat a food. Every parish benefit. The money, more importantly, circulates within the Jamaican community. So with the container imports, most of that $17.5 billion is money that going to fly out of the country and gone overseas, go build somebody else's economy. We are importing the shelter and exporting the money. We become consumers, we don't become builders. Concrete build not only houses, but it build the economy. Remember, we have cement company just outside of Harborview down there, so, and we have a couple other cement plants to take. So the economic multiplier is what I want us to look at, right, and that means looking beyond the unit and
well said, Mr. Yu, right, and that is what we have been saying, right, and I'm glad, right, that I am just wondering if truth and in fact that the Prime Minister is taking a 180 degrees turn. So I'm going to play the clip, right, and let we all listen to what the Prime Minister is now saying. And, that would be really and truly a good news, as it relates to all the stakeholders who will be benefited from that, right? And of course, that money will be circulating in our economy, right? The SMEs again, right, would also benefit. And that is what we are talking about. Good, solid decision making. It's a win-win situation as it relates to, right, good structural home, not like the one at Edmund Ridge. You know, I start from lick your pan that, you know, right, because that is 100% scamming, right? We are talking about good, solid structural home, right, that can resist a system like a Category 5 hurricane. And that is what we are talking about, right? The approved building code, right, that can deal with those situations. So let us hear him and hear what he has to say, right? Without any delay, let us play that on him. All right, let us tune in and see if the Prime Minister make a 180 degrees turn here.
All the group that is behind this are very skilled contractors and that they do excellent work. This tower would have risen up in under a year. If you can do this, you can build thousands of low-income houses as well. And therefore, I use this platform to challenge you and to say the government of Jamaica is willing to partner with you if you were to put some of your construction skills into providing low-income housing, which is absolutely necessary at this time, given the destruction wrought by Hurricane Melissa. So come and talk to me after. That as we enter into the reconstruction phase, I need contractors who can operate at scale and at pace. That's how we're going to bring the entire Jamaica together. That's how luxury is going to help to bring people out of poverty. The intersection of our interests. Now, I know the group that is behind this are very skilled contractors. And
okay, all right. So, Oni, what we are getting is that the Prime Minister made a 180 degrees turn, right?
So instead of container houses, they want cardboard boxes now. Because if they're going to be building them in a very quick time,
well,
what sort of structure?
No. Those you have contractors, right, who can build strong structural homes, right? But I am talking about the benefit that it is going to have within the economy, right? And spread that benefit as it relates to the many stakeholders who will be benefited, you understand, from this. So if it is a 180 degrees turn as opposed to going with containers,
if
right?
If it is anything like Edmund,
no, it couldn't.
Oh, you mean?
No, but honey, this is what I'm saying.
Can't put nothing past it.
Well, this is what I'm saying.
There's a point I was trying to make.
Yeah, this is what I'm saying. Remember that the three top builders in Jamaica, right? They have their weight on this, right? In terms of weighing in within the situation, right? And encourage the Prime Minister to go away, right? To divert from container homes because those are not feasible.
But at the same time, we want good structure.
Of course.
Not anything like Edmund.
Of course, we want good structural home, right? And, well, this goes to show you that, okay, all right, when we are critiquing, right, we could critique constructively. So if Andrew now make a turning point and go into something good, and we see that, we are going to say yes. You understand? That's a good decision making, right? That's a good decision making. So
steel and cement.
Yes.
Gravel and sand.
Exactly. So that is it with the Prime Minister. But let me say this to you, Prime Minister, right? we are ensuring that checks and balance and accountability is going to be the order of the day and must be the order of the day, right? Because we know the type of government that we are dealing with. And I want people to say, "Oh God, Mr. just say something and then you show that dirty water." No, we know the Prime Minister, you understand, that we are dealing with. And that is the truth of the matter. And let me say this, right? I just cannot put any respect behind someone whose statutory declaration cannot be certified. Let me seal my stamp on that. All right. Now, Mr. Cliff Hughes, you let me come to you again. Because the other day you heard me talking about the $3 trillion. You run on your call. Pat.
Blessings, brother. Blessing, Lady Anne Marie. Up, brother.
All right. Might sound good. Everything. You know what? Me now waste no time. Let me just have the brother melting pot meet and greet his people as usual.
Yes, sir, Byron. Yes.
Blessings.
Greetings to everyone. Yeah, tuning in tonight to the Mystic Sensation Live. Friday night thing. And say, we are set the tone for the weekend around here. So,
yes.
So, as usual, we have to say enough respect to everyone tuning in. Yeah, both from inland Jamaica and over across the diaspora. As usual, we are here to beat and teach. So without any further ado, yeah, big up yourself, Sir Lord Byron. You're the host, our technical director, Lady Anne Marie, as usual. Enough respect.
All right.
Little thing we go on with behind the scenes. So I'll over back the floor to the host.
Yeah, man. Remember, when it comes to the technology, you understand, wife, you're the teacher. All right. So you run go call Janet Calder, and at the end of the day, you want to mix up the lady. You want to mix up the decent lady. You see how mix up you are. That's now, the lady now has to correct you and I tell you, say, no, invite her in your pasa. Because they know you for that, right? Because we hear me a melting pot and lonesome. You understand? They hammer the government about the $3 trillion unaccounted for, missing, stolen, until you can say otherwise. You come, run the call, Janet Calder, you understand, to come and clarify. Clarify what? Now, watch this now, Jamaican people. You know, look on the pasa, you know. But I could go to that. Janet Calder answer him. You understand? Because he put out information. Yes. Put out information, right? Misquoting the lady. Right? And a deliberate action too, So we can show it, people. We can show it. Because we're not involved in the pasa, we will come with beat and teach around here, so. Right? Mr. Cliff, see there? December 11, 2025. So yesterday. You understand? Because him got on top of the lady nerves. So the lady now, you understand, they give it to him. December 11, 2025. Mr. Cliff Hughes, officer for Nationwide News Network and the Deep Blue Sea, 14 Ocean Boulevard, Digital Building, Kingston. Now, dear Mr. Hughes, right, regarding call for NNN's retraction and correction of its false headline published December 3, 2025. We write to call for NNN's retraction and correction of its headline published on Revo News on December 3rd, 2025, titled Jump admits mistake in saying unaccounted for in reference to 3 trillion in public funds. Mix, you want to come mix up the people, let me know. This headline is demonstrably and verifiably false. You say you're lying, wicked. You say you're wicked. The documented facts. Listen to the documented facts now, Cliff Hughes. The report is based on our Cliff Hughes online discussion with you on December 2nd, 2025. That recording both audio and visual proves conclusively that 1. Jump did not admit to any mistake in our research or terminology. You hear that? You hear that? 2. Jump did not retract or revise their findings. When Jump said $3 trillion unaccounted for, $3 trillion unaccounted for. And them now retract that. Them now take it back. And Jump is saying to you, and no mistake that. Number 3, Jump had explicitly explained and reaffirmed that our terminology was appropriate. You get that, Cliff Hughes? During the interview, executive director 1 explained again what unaccounted for means in the context of financial management. Now, let me speak. In the context of financial management, right? If it is unaccounted for, it simply means, right, that space is going to allow, right, a reconciliation to be done, right? The Minister of Finance said, right, and let me precisely note what she said, that there was no missing funds. It is to the fact that several ministries' appropriation accounts, right, have not been tendered, right? And so what she was speaking about was appropriation account not being tendered for over 10 years. You understand that, Big Mama and Andreas Davis? You don't understand that? And so then for me now, as it relates to the experienced person, is saying that we need to see some reconciliation report, right? Looking into those appropriation report, and we want to have an update, whether to say, as it relates to the time when the Auditor General discovered $3 trillion unaccounted for, now keep it in the context, unaccounted for, right? Have we found those monies that have been accounted for? We are expecting the government to come out and give us an update. I want the opposition, right, to pursue this, asking the government, right, to update us. Where are we at? Are we still at $3 trillion unaccounted for? Right? Or is it more? Did it increase? Our reconciliation findings would have found that, okay, 1 million was found and justifiable reasons. If we can't get that enough, right? Me a melting pot, right? And the Titan boss, I say, on the TV. Remember, you know, and a Jane Calder, they said that, you know. And me a melting pot, and the Titan boss, I say, on the TV. Bishop believe, say, on the TV. And at that way, I say, I will not stop, sister, until you can come with a reconciliation report and say otherwise. If you can't say otherwise, well, guess what? Low me a melting pot, low the Titan boss, you understand? And we are not going to say, we'll steal it until you can prove otherwise. Number two, point it out again that the term is used in reports of the Auditor General. Three, clarified again that this does not mean funds are missing or stolen. It need what she's saying. It need right reconciliation. It need to be clarified. It need to be explained. A justification need to be done. Right? And if you can justify it, come along and justify it. Right? If you can't justify it, then you can't tap me a melting pot. And the Titan boss, a thief on a thief it. And we can show you signs and example of the stealing. Rural Read, right? And many more. Right? Okay. Noted that this distinction was made clear at JAMP December 3, 2024 Media Forum, where we first presented our research findings. Fifth, noted that this distinction was accurately reported by the media in the Jamaica Gleaner article of December 4, 2024, before concerns were raised in the public domain. Noted that Finance at December 11, 2024, post-cabinet press briefing explicitly highlighted that the executive director of JAMP herself said that it is not that the money is missing, but the reports of the Auditor General has not been submitted by several ministries. So let me go on again and tell you again, sir. Right? The Minister of Finance talking about appropriation account not being submitted. Favour Williams need to come us and give us an update. As it relates to the last report, that $3 trillion was missing. Come out and tell me what happened to that status, if anything changed. Is it reduced under 3 trillion? Has it expanded over 3 trillion? Right? Because right now, me believe it expand over 3 trillion. Take that away on it. Take that away. When we come for beat and teach, we come for beat and teach. We don't play around us up. Now, make me show you again, you understand, as it relates to the Liard cliff use. Now, lift up this on it. Island News, cliff use, expose lies. And here I'm coming out the expose lies. You understand, after I'm full of it. See, that we just show say, right, Jeanette Kalla corrected him, you know, I hear him now. Want to listen to him, people.
Wholeness. And I'm going to say this, you know, because I live it. Those of us who were not born into wealth, inherited wealth.
If you're not born in inherited wealth, it don't mean say for TV. Galang. Let me hear you.
However earned, however accumulated, we have had a hard time.
When I say however earned or however accumulated, you need to expound on that. I'm not going to get away with that, you know. However earned or however accumulated, seems like I am sensing that you're saying by any means necessary as it relates to how you accumulate it. You don't mind that you need to work for it in an honest way. And that may I get from you, Cliff Hughes? No. And that may I get from you, Cliff Hughes? Are you saying that you indulge? Hold on, let me play. Let me go back over here. So let me go back over.
However earned, however accumulated,
Okay.
we have had a hard time making it, getting wealthy, because we didn't have any trust fund to inherit at age 21 or.
Well, I know. You saw him nasty. You know how we might talk?
Show it for market, G.
I'm not going much over final. I'm not going this piece of base. They throw what final.
But
Because him never having a trust fund. You saw him bad mind. This is what we call bad mind and corruption, you know.
But hold on, and because him never have the trust fund, that's why the people them tax money, employees tax money over the years that him collect, him not submit it to the government and keep it for himself.
What you sound like you're hotter than me, money.
All right, continue.
Now, let me ask a question. You know, say a bad mind this. You know, say a bad mind and jealousy this. So now, I justify Andrew Wallace pilfering and possible fee pilfering.
Because him not submit the people them.
I justify him there.
Salary.
Hold on.
Years now.
I there they justify. Hold on. Make a play. Make a hear him some.
Tax write-off.
Make a hear him some more. 10 tax write-off. Right? And they rob. And a rob.
2 peas in a pod. None of them.
Taxpayers' revenues. You, the rob taxpayers' revenues. I can't believe this come out of your mouth, you know. But I'm glad you mention it, you know. So the people them know say. You understand? You join the criminal round table. No, you dip on the criminal, you dip on the left side of the criminal round table. All right, go on, make we hear you. Okay, hear what you say.
18. Many of us were born into poverty,
Yes.
like he did. I did. Yeah? To get access to wealth, access to capital,
Yes.
meaning loans,
Yes.
equity finance.
Hold on. Meaning loans? You want to show me where the backside prime minister got to take out loans?
Then you wouldn't have the documentation
Come show me.
verify that.
Come show me you little piece of nasty. Hey, you want to show me which the prime minister take out loans? The prime minister tell lie. You understand about him get loan from bank? You understand? The Integrity Commission investigators are asking him to present it. No bank in Jamaica. No have that evidence there. You saw you big and dirty and lie. No. Make you hear what you say. Make you finish.
Financing or debt financing to transform our ideas or brain power into profitable, viable businesses to stay on the right track of the law.
Oh, wow.
Hold on. And when you stay upon the right track of the law, when you stay upon the right track of the law, when you owe $1.8 billion in revenue, I wish part on the track. Hold on. I wish part on the track you there.
But remember, Baron, those are revenues that have been collected and not paid over.
Yeah,
He's held on.
exactly. Revenues where you collected. Hold on. Let me argue with you. You're upon the right track of the law. When you collect your employees, NHT, tax, NIS,
and all the other things.
all the other taxes, direct taxes,
And you not turn them
and you not turn them over to the government. And then on top of that, the government allow you to get away with that. And I wish part upon the law you there. You there on the right track of the law. Hold on. When you were talking this, did you have a mirror in front of you? You don't have a mirror in front of you. You need introspection. Let me hear what I say.
We are looked upon and scorned because
You have to be looked upon and scorned. You have to be looked upon and scorned. Because you are to be scorned. With the people, with the taxpayer revenues. You have to be scorned. Which part Andrew Holness? Which part Andrew Holness have any document? Which part him can justify? Me I go talking. Illicit enrichment. Eh? Can he justify his right? So now me see you here, so now. I endorse criminality. Backfoot. Hey, I know me no say. The country under dictatorship. No me no say. We in a banana republic. No we no say. Mighty goodness. No sir. Because in a real democracy, you couldn't be saying this and get away with it. You couldn't be saying it and get away with it. But guess what now? Andrew Holness criminality emboldened people like you to come out now and defend criminality. Unnecessary no akadong Jamaica. Unnecessary no akadong Jamaica. Let me hear you. Go on.
Is what? We couldn't go into one of the big banks and get a loan because we couldn't find the collateral. Can't find it.
But if you can't find the collateral, it no means you have to thief it. You can't find the collateral, no means you have to thief it. Work hard, fight out honestly, no man. Go on.
We don't have no land, we don't have no house, we don't have no inheritance put on. So you can pledge it. Him born in a board house.
Hold on. Hold on down. So all of them landed where Andrew Holness have. I won't get it because you know the fling all of Andrew Holness under the bus, you know, realize, you know. Him never have it, you know, before, as you said. Right? No gold spoon. So then you tell me now how Andrew Holness becomes billionaire because I'm not a millionaire. Him no millionaire. So let me hear your justification, you understand, for your pilfering.
In a Spanish town, mother civil servant. He never get nothing.
Yes. Oh, what the backside is now.
Yeah? But others,
Yes.
when they got to 18 and 21,
Yes.
or they were social friends with prime ministers and ministers of finance,
Yes.
yeah, got all kinds of breaks that we couldn't get. We can't get a break.
All right, so bad mind I take you over now. So bad mind and jealousy take you over. So now that give uno now, you Darrell Valls and the whole on now for rob up taxpayers. Bad mind, jealousy, take you over. So now decide, you understand, for now enrich yourself and the back of poor people. At this year say, you know. At this year say to me, you know. Look who want to listen to you.
Where they became parasites and state largesse by being in the right circle. We don't have that privilege.
Yes.
We're not so lucky. We have to damn well use our brain power. Yeah? And then when you use your brain power like he did, yeah, you're not in the right network.
Okay, so I'm brain power in use and get 2 taxi, right? And the 2 taxi bring him all and wealth I have. Backside. Then I went, so Andrew smart. No, sir. Andrew smarter than everybody else in the Caribbean. Because I only him alone with him brain power. With Andrew with the brain power, why I'm saying Andrew Holness have. Take 2 taxi or 3 taxi and have all the wealth I'm having. Nobody else never ever done that before, you know. So you see how Andrew Warner's brain powerful. Mighty goodness, you know, you must sit there, people who come listen. Jamaica who come listen this.
Into St. Catherine High School, not to Campion. Yeah, not to Immaculate and those places.
So well, let me ask a question now. You have several poor people picking the Campion and Immaculate. So then now, if you don't have the brain, we should not have. If you go Campion and Immaculate, you know mean say if you bad mind him Cliff Hughes, you know mean say if you bad mind Mark Golden, because Mark Golden got Campion. The man earn him way in. The man earn him way in.
And that's why it's so
It's not only a political science degree that the man have, you know. And then because through him only have a political science degree, you understand, him go tell life and PhD. I want to start to call him Dr. Andrew Holness. So everything my thief, and you give right to steal it. Mighty God. Father Abraham, you know hear them something, yeah? You know hear them something, yeah? No, sir, this is unbelievable. Make you listen.
So, you read that story in the Gleaner yesterday. What did he invest in? Multiple businesses and accompanying investments, assets. Yeah? Businesses such as deposits in failed unregulated investment schemes like Cash Plus and Olint. Yes. That's what he had to invest. He also had to invest in...
Hold on, let's stop a bit. Me have to stop you there. Me have to stop you there, sir. No, me have to stop you there. So you are now giving justification to the Prime Minister in Cash Plus and Olent. This goes to say now, of course, you know, pay attention now to Mystic Sensation and Melting Pot, right and lonesome, because we beat on upon Cash Plus and Olent. So now, let me hear what you have to say now. So let me ask you a question. Andrew Holness, right? Who joined Olent, right? At the end of Olent, the destruction of Olent, Andrew Holness never aware say investors got robbed. Andrew Holness never aware say investors got robbed. And after him join Olent, him left and going to Cash Plus. And Cash Plus repeat the same damage like what Olent had done. And the Prime Minister make a big drawdown again. And after him do that, the Prime Minister going to SSL, rise SSL again. And make another big drawdown in a SSL. Cliff Hughes. At this you really, they justify, hey people, you are criminal. You are criminal. I'm not take back my talk. Me they tell you say you are criminal. You endorse them sort of behavior, yeah, you are criminal. You endorse the Prime Minister for going to Cash Plus, take away investors' money, going to Olent, take away investors' money, going to SSL, take away investors' money. It's a shame on you. You are a despicable person. You, Cliff Hughes, you are despicable. Let us hear you. Finish.
A taxi company? Yeah. Him a hustle to start. That's what he had to do.
Mighty goodness.
Him never get a break, figure out my investment bank. Yeah? He never get that. But no. He used to be seen as a thief.
Which is?
Him reached too far.
Man, come on, you know what? Take him off for the state. Take him off. You not listen to him. You take him off. Take him off. What a piece. Oh, well, this we are here, yeah. People. Oh, what this? unbelievable. Before me go any further, Melting Pot, come chop him up for me. Come deal with him for me, Melting Pot. Put Melting Pot on the stage. We need a sledgehammer to deal with him.
You know, say, them send out the sewage line, you know. We litter the entire Jamaica with sewage. Yeah, pay shit to come out of him out, man. You know? Because, what am I saying, you know, say, him directly, I go after Mark Golding. Mark Golding thing legit. Mark Golding father thing legit. So the inheritance was a legit inheritance. And if I forget it, kind father, legitimate father. Not like Andrew when don't know who I'm father. Mark know who I'm father. So Mark can't get inheritance. You understand? Nothing wrong with that. And Mark are the first get inheritance and he won't be the last. The fact of the matter, Mark Golding thing can be certified. Yeah? There's no criminality attached to Mark Golding and what him have in terms of wealth. Yeah? And Mark Golding, we all know him go to Campion. One of the best, you know, high school boys. You understand? Yeah? We all know Andrew go at St. Catherine. But we not have drawn a comparison on school. So we don't know where Campion and St. Catherine come part of your discussion. What we are talking about is who can be certified and who cannot be certified. And you can come and depend on your own wealth, you know. And say all the things what you are saying, you know. Say him start with 2 taxi and this, that, and him hustle. And you know, hustle, and you're a thief. And you're a criminal. Everybody know that. You understand? And you never take out no loan yet. Because we dig down the whole of the financial lending institution, them, and Andrew name none of them. You understand? So you can't come say nothing in regards to Andrew taking out loan. Andrew not take out nothing. Andrew take with Jamaica money. And when you talk about who did their own Prime Minister and Finance Minister, Andrew did their own. Seaga, he was a Prime Minister and a Finance Minister too. You forgot that? That's why I tell you, say, I pay shit to come out of your mouth. Anybody that was around a Prime Minister and a Finance Minister was Andrew, and him there around them from him a young boy. From him young. Him there around Seaga. You know, Seaga was the Prime Minister and the Minister of Finance. So, you know, say, Big Mama a piece of nasty, sweet shit, man. Just come like, hey, never want to use that terminology there, you know. Yeah. But this guy, you know, come like I'm at the back part of Andrew, you know. I don't know. God, it's like, say, him, as the spokesperson for Andrew Wallace, now the criminality where Andrew carry out in Jamaica. Andrew thing I don't know secret, it's worldwide. So no matter how you come and spew your sewage garbage, yeah, upon the NNN, ocean now work net wide. Yeah, it now reverberate. It now shake nobody. Because everybody don't know it already. And them know the credible side of Andrew Wellness wealth. Them know say a thief him thief it. Big time criminal in Jamaica. Undisputed criminal in Jamaica can no get a youth no thief the amount of money where Andrew thief. Andrew are the king of lie. Undisputed king of lies. And undisputed king of criminality in Jamaica. There is no ghetto youth from crime or committing in Jamaica. We commit the amount of criminality as it relates to theft where Andrew deal with. So don't come out and try to spin a magic one like you can clean up Andrew. If you even go for all of the genie them can't clean Andrew. Them staying in a corruption and high level criminality as it relates to finance. Yeah? Money. And that Andrew grab. Remember, you know, Andrew mastermind all of the Ponzi scheme them in Jamaica. Him not invest in them. He mastermind them. Nasty big mama, let me tell you. You go like him an investor and him lose. Eh? If Andrew was an investor, he would lose like the other investors them.
Exactly.
Andrew a CEO, Chief Executive Officer Him scrape out the money and then crash the entity. And that we know him do all the while. And then some money goes some places, some people, yeah, donate some 5 million US to them. More than one occasion we see that. You understand? So we watch the pattern, and follow it, And she said the reoccurring theme, it's consistent with when the Ponzi scheme them crash. You have to buy it. Every time the Ponzi scheme them crash, a certain individual buy a yacht. And we know that individual, well, we know that individual attached to Andrew like Siamese twin.
And like 5 in 4.
So there is no rhyme or reason for this piece of shit, yeah. Nasty sewage big mama come put out this. This can't clean Andrew. This can't save Andrew. What you doing, You help rob Andrew. Cause you can't work for Andrew, Cause you're garbage. Andrew them say you threw him under the bus. Some things we say a while ago in that report, they threw Andrew under the bus.
Exactly.
Under the whole school bus them too. But that red Pumbas bring in.
Unbelievable.
You understand? Yeah. So, Andrew Holness. Nobody can defend Andrew Holness. Yeah, unless you use Andrew Holness or like Andrew Holness. Real people now defend him. There is no other prime minister in the history of Jamaica that amassed the amount of wealth where Andrew have. Patterson do longer time in politics. Patterson don't have that amount of money. Yeah? Don't have it. You are the one who come out and say the man go collect 500,000 US in a briefcase. You get lawsuit under your nastiness for that. You understand? Patterson don't have the money. Remember on the slogan about Michael Manley that him die poor. Remember Mama P left it, without nothing to. Cause Mama P come take the country in its worst financial stage. Yeah? Where you're a same advocate, Andrew Wallace and Bruce Colin matched it up and left it. I remember Mama P, as a mother, as a woman, she look after several children needs and several adult needs in our constituency. She bury a whole heap of people. She send them to school, pay a school fee, buy them books. Sometimes her husband she have to go to for the money and I like she thief it out of the people them fund. She don't go in a taxpayers' money. So everything about the People's National Party, it's crystal clear. Anybody want to go do them fact checks, can go do them fact check. They're not going to find nothing untoward. You see, if you're running for Andrew, and you're going there, the water dirty. Dirty with corruption and theft. You understand? But this is how this piece of shit here operate. That's why I'm coming under pressure from Jump. Can't be a lie, I'm telling you.
Exactly.
This guy has survived in a media world by just telling lie for Andrew. And Andrew take the taxpayers' money and give him for a time slot that said, this is your prime minister. Yeah, no prime minister no said to him nation, said, this is your prime minister. Remember, if the people choose you as a prime minister, then the people select you. You don't have to come tell them. Nobody no one know. Yeah, so most of the money them we're missing. Big Mama benefit from it. Yeah? So when Big Mama run out and I spew the whole heap of sewage all over Jamaica, yeah? It's not going nowhere. More than where it to go. It's not going anywhere more than where it to go. To run right back through the corruption community. Right, that's where it's going up. Can't go in a credible community where people live where clean. And through the corruption community, it run. Like down a bushrat place, downtown, where you see it spread out. Till it turn green. You understand? Yeah. No. We don't try if it cover up the $3 trillion. And no matter how you try, you see, if we don't have substantial information to come put out and show it, the fact of the matter, we know that $3 trillion is not there, so we don't thief it. Yeah?
Exactly.
I remember, Andrew preside over the $3 trillion. Andrew preside over every ministry in Jamaica. Andrew distribute the money them to the ministry them. Okay? And like the Minister of Finance to that, Andrew distribute money to all the ministry them in Jamaica. So Andrew have to know about the money. Yeah? Andrew operate like Seaga. He have to know the place I run and the theme terms and conditions. That's why Andrew could have come out and tell us that the country not running well. And it's a fact. The country wasn't running well. Because Andrew had do everything, From him little seat at the Prime Minister office, him draw everything close to him and manipulate all of the agency them and the ministry them. Nobody can tell me, said, a CEO of a company will allow the management team that's under his portfolio to fail to provide appropriation account to the permanent secretary so that the permanent secretary can have something for the auditor general look for. He would have lose his job. He would have to lose his job. So when we are here say, oh, it's only unaccounted, it's not stolen. It missing, it not dead there. It gone. I remember the money now no foot, and it now no wing, and it now no wheel. So somebody take it away. Because there is no invoice, there is no purchasing order, there is no submission. So it was a normalization of practices within all of the ministry them. Because the permanent secretary them tied to it. I remember Andrew responsible permanent secretary them too, Because them work in the government system. Yeah? And like it's a company, them come from and come work in the ministry. Them come from within the government structure. So we have to look on everything. Yeah? Like black and white days. This is high level of criminality by the Andrew Holness-led administration, who for 11 years, no submission now go on, but the Prime Minister silent on it. It must be a reason why I'm silent. It must be a reason why the permanent secretary them did silent too. But remember, the alarm bell was being sound previously before it becomes public knowledge. And I like say it just become public knowledge. We need to hear it long time before it reach into the public domain. I need a gossip and a su and a whistle round it. Yeah? Thinking that it wouldn't come out to the public's attention. But it come. And we know the full rundown in regards to the $3 trillion. Yeah? Because you see people right now, one Ghana prison for 10 years and 7 months with you, At 22 million in pocket. Remember you have Ruel Reid at 50 odd million him under trial. I remember the same Prime Minister and him entourage a try protect him for over 6 years now. You understand? And you'd see Pumvas going with him take 1.4 billion. I remember that never got through no procurement guideline either, And that wasn't an emergency fund, because it couldn't be emergency fund to buy all bus. So, and I like say, well then, something happening in the country, and you have to come up with an emergency fund package. No. So we know everything we are going right, this a big mama. And Big Mama, you get one lawsuit where you pay 12.5 million. You get more. You're going to get more before you leave that entity. Because Andrew can't protect you, you know. Andrew can't protect himself right now. Andrew under increasing pressure. You will put pressure upon him. Because sometimes when the thing quiet down, you raise it back up. Yeah? Because Gene called up to make you know, say, you have to do some retraction, you know. How we are saying regard to she. Jump off to tell you that because you're out of order, you have to do some retraction and some correction. Yeah? And you need to do it. Remember, Patterson will tell you, you know, you're fruit and you get a $12 million lawsuit where you have to pay. You understand? So, you as a criminal, you can come talk to Jamaica when it comes to financing the country money. You can. Because you're a criminal, you know. You get 10 right off. You currently owe 1.5 billion. You're not sending your employee them direct, you know, deduction when you go to the government agents them. You sit down on that, you have it a squander around a back road. Round a back road, you have it a squander, you know. I remember Marky G no go a back road, you know. Marky G don't go around at them places. Because remember you said people no go a back road that them lose half of them life, you know. That is how you live your life. But nobody no business with you and your life. Because your life not credible. Your life a corruption from both sides. You understand? Corruption from both sides. Nobody no business with you on back road. But that's so you waste your money where you take from your employee them. You understand? Where you not give to the government and them allow you 10 right off and you owe 1.5 billion right now. Yeah? So you have to come out and let go the sewage out of your mouth, Andrew, you know. You have to. Because there's no other way you can survive. There's no way your entity could have still operate unless you do something for the government. And this is why me assure the people in Jamaica say, them to cease and desist from listening to your nasty mouthpiece propaganda station where you operate from. Because it's not a credible radio station, you know. It's a mouthpiece for the government, the mouthpiece for Andrew Holness. And Jamaican people must take sleep and mark that. If you cannot tell so much lie, blatant lie, you get lawsuit and see it right now. You get a similar command like a Patterson the Gill. Because Patterson don't go why you apologize, you know. And clear everything and you say no, you refuse, so you get the lawsuit. Well, Miss Calder, now I tell you the same thing. Yeah? Jump, I tell you, say, you must do some retraction and some correction on what you put out. Yeah, because when you put out a lie you put out, you know. Yeah? Because Miss Calder, yeah, explicitly explain to you. Yeah, say the money not did there. She can't find a trace site, it's not traceable. Yeah? So the report where she put on it, analyze she tell. If me come in a place and me know so me give you 5 million to spend. We can't find nothing traceable where you do with the 5 million. You know, no invoice, you know, no purchasing order. We can't see no documents relating to where the money go or what. Yeah? You nothing that they submit to me as a permanent as a permanent secretary. Yeah? Remember me as a permanent secretary, you know. Me supposed to come talk to the accountant with each ministry, you know. God them supposed to prepare them thing there. Give it to me as the permanent secretary. Yeah, and then me now I will move that on to the auditor general. So there was nothing in place for nobody look on. So it was some operation where it's like it's under blindfold. You can't see it. But yet still 3 trillion gone. The biggest amount of money missed in a Jamaica political history. Happened under Andrew Wallace administration. Because Andrew Wallace, the younger prime minister, were involved in a Ponzi scheme. The member of parliament of the Jamaica Labour Party are the only set of people who are in a Ponzi scheme. You can't go check it, people. They show you all who involved in it. You can't find no PMP in it. As a matter of fact, them don't want no PMP in it. You understand? And PMP, no fool. We go mix up with them and them corruption and them scheme, them Ponzi scheme. So them alone control them thing there. So whenever you mix up Marky G, you can't mix up Marky G with wealth. Marky G get that bona fide from Sir John Golding, Sir Professor John Golding, the biological father, the certified Sapim father. And you couldn't get nothing, Too much man fight for him. So everybody run left him. Cause too much problem, so everybody just gone. So I stay with him grandmother, as what him said. Yeah? And him come up without gold spoon. We know that. Board out sometime one, sometime 2-bedroom. Chimney, whether the plastic one or the enamel one. We know all of them things that we know him go to St. Catherine, yeah. And we know him there around Seaga from a young boy. But one thing we never know him would have been so thief. Him shock the people, if them won't support them, Because them are burn him out right now. Nobody never knows that this guy would have been so thief. And the thief in this thing walk through a parliamentary system in Jamaica. Yeah? And the most corrupted guy set foot on the political stage in Jamaica. And the most evil guy ever governed the country. I think Seaga and Bruce did bad. This guy are worse. Him worse than the two of them combined together. Him tell the most lie. We think Seaga did lie when him say him never remember the 31 million. But when Andrew proved me and the world say him lie, when him say him no know nothing about SSL. Nothing him say him no know about SSL. Man say him check far and wide and round him circle. And him no know of nobody from within film party were involved in it. But yet still Darrell Vaz controls several accounts for the GLP. Several. And Andrew. And him are the CEO, the SSL. But him never know nothing about it. So Jamaica people, and these are the things we have to look upon, man, and know what type of guy Andrew Wallace is. Blatant liar, Andrew go up against him own party member. Man a yard. And an election, as it relates to local or general election, It's an election amongst the delegates them and remember them. To select a leader for the party. Andrew brings 7 busload of people. Some of them now have nothing, naked. 7 busload of them him bring. It's a disruptive guy. Him come to disrupt the landscape of Jamaica. See him want to change all the constitution. Very disruptive. It's only a criminal operate like that.
All right, Melting Pot, use another minute to wrap up.
Only a criminal operate like Andrew Wallace. So when you have a guy like Big Mama back him, Big Mama a criminal, and we can prove that Big Mama a criminal, because Big Mama now play the employee them, direct deduction from them salary to the government agency them. Him not paying it, so you know him a criminal too. So when we are look down in that section across what they so, I be a criminal we are look on. All of them are criminal, my brother. I'll back the floor.
All right. Well, when I look at it, my surprise, Melting Pot, was to the fact that Big Mama is endorsing, right, the Prime Minister, right, to be in Oland, Cash Plus, right, SSL. It's a disgrace, right? It's just a disgrace. You understand? But again, it's good to know that, all right, Big Mama is who he is. So then, he's telling Jamaica that he endorses criminality. And he doesn't understand that the people who got robbed, because that's exactly what happened to those people, right? These people were robbed of their money, right? From the first one that Andrew went in as it relates to Oland, Andrew only understand the conclusion of that. And upon understanding the conclusion of that, Andrew owners venture into Cash Plus, from Olin to Cash Plus, from Cash Plus to SSL. Ponzi scheme up in, damaging investors, right? Damaging our economy. This man is a vicious brother. And then you have now Big Mama come out and endorse this. This is unbelievable, people. And hear him now. Hear him now. And hear him now. Who is going to speak about, right, corruption. Can you believe that this is coming out of his mouth? You understand? To show you how corrupted he is, right? The very same man. You understand what they do the wrongdoing? They speak about the wrongdoing. And that is a type of tactics that Andrew Owen has been executing. Right? Most of the time, that is his MO. And that is the very same MO Darrell Vaz have. Right? When they are doing their viciousness, right? Act as if they are helping people. They are criminals. Now look at this. Right? Just look at this.
Hold on, I'm getting the volume.
Let me start by quoting. In the debate on the bill establishing the new Integrity Commission, the Prime Minister Andrew Holness, then said, and I quote, "As a politically independent country, we could have achieved much more were it not for corruption in many forms. Revenue leakage due to corrupt practices, misuse of public funds, and the overall perception of pervasive corruption, all of which have served to compromise the flow of investment into our country." Listen to this, Alvin. All of which have served to compromise the flow of investment into our country. End quote. Now, this helps explain why net foreign direct investment in 2023 is less than half what it was in 2015. It is less than half. It is less than half what it was. You know, that's like pushing a knife 6 inches into somebody's back, pulling it out 2 inches and then celebrating, right? The net, listen to the data. Listen to the data. Net foreign direct investment in 2023, World Bank statistics, 376 million. In 2015, it was 926 million, right? Clearly, corruption has compromised the flow of investment into our country, based on the Prime Minister's statement. The Prime Minister continued. The Prime Minister continued, and I quote, "The Economic Growth Council has also recently identified corruption as a significant retardant to growth." End quote. But let me repeat that. Prime Minister Andrew Holness continued, quote, "The Economic Growth Council has also recently identified corruption as a significant retardant to growth." End quote. Now, colleagues, we understand why, notwithstanding all the economic and fiscal reforms implemented since 2013, growth is so elusive. The PM signaled it. Corruption. The PM signaled it. Corruption. But let me continue. In his message to commemorate International Anti-Corruption Day in 2020. The Prime Minister stated, and I again quote, "Under the leadership of Chairman the Honorable Justice Seymour Panton, the Commission continues to distinguish itself, operating without fear or favor, in pursuit of a just and corruption-free public sector, and ensuring the best and most efficient use of public resources." End quote. What a full-throated and unqualified endorsement of the Integrity Commission and its leadership under Justice Panton.
Take that away on it.
Now, this is where, you know, that meme that they use on YouTube.
You know, when you listen to this clip over and over, right, and you heard the Prime Minister speak about pervasive corruption. Just think, Jamaican people. The Prime Minister who speak about pervasive corruption. And yet, it is the same man, the same person who is doing it. The same person is doing it. So then, it has to be the fact that he believes that he's smarter than any and everybody else. And so he believes that when he speak about corruption, the Integrity Commission investigators would not look on him. Right? And this cement that Andrew Holness, without any apology, is the biggest king scammer in Jamaica. The Prime Minister is on the top of the scamming. The Prime Minister lead the scamming. The Prime Minister is the head of the corruption, head of the scamming. The Prime Minister is a king scammer. No apology. Now, let us look and juggle, right? Because a lot of his criminal associates, right, happy that Paul Buchanan, right, lost the case. But Paul Buchanan, right, will still prevail. Right? And so then, let us get back into that. Because what they don't know, and what I will tell them, that Andrew Holness' extended arm of corruption, right? Let me just take this call. Yes, caller. Okay. That Andrew Holness' extended arm of corruption, right, stop within the confines of Jamaica and cannot extend to the Privy Council. So I hope for all those who are celebrating their victory right now, they will also celebrate when the Privy Council rule. Now, without any delay, let us get into that clip, right? And hear what they have to say. And right now, we are happy to play it. I hope the Privy Council make its ruling, they are happy as well. Let us play it.
In the meantime, the Jamaica Labour Party says the judgment is a victory for rule of law. The party's communication task force chairman, Senator Abka Fitz-Henley, described it as a strike against the use of the court system to advance baseless allegations. He says careful note should be taken of the willingness of the People's National Party to jeopardize Jamaica's reputable democratic system with false allegations.
Now, when you look on Abka Fitz-Henley,
It's Friday, December 12th.
you are not operating, right, in a true democracy. You are operating in an autocratic settings. You are operating in a kleptocratic settings that you, Abka Fitz-Henley, endorse. You understand? Because you sweeten your mouth with corruption. And that's all there it is. So I hope, as it relates to you speaking about, right, the rule of law, that when the Privy Council rule, we can anticipate you coming out and defending the rule of law. So we are saying to you that, okay, we hear what you are saying. I hope when the Privy Council rule on the matter, right, we want to hear what you are going to say. All right. So listen to what, right, Mr. Hyman is saying as it relates to the situation that the judge, right, made a serious flaw on the case. Now listen, people. Serious flaw, right?
Shocking. That's how the attorney representing the PNP's Paul Buchanan has reacted to the Supreme Court ruling, which dismissed attempts to overturn the election result for West Central St. Andrew. The Supreme Court refused an application for judicial review by Mr. Buchanan, arguing, among other things, that the application was not arguable. But Mr. Buchanan's legal team doesn't agree with the ruling and is already planning to appeal.
We are extremely shocked to see the way this matter has been dealt with.
Attorney at law Hugh Wildman on the Supreme Court ruling involving his client, the PNP's Paul Buchanan. Mr. Buchanan lost the West Central St. Andrew seat to Prime Minister Dr. Andrew Holness in the September 3 general election. Mr. Buchanan's legal team insists there were several breaches, but in September, the constituted authority refused an application to void the poll results. The matter was then taken to the Supreme Court. In Monday's ruling, Justice Sonia Wint-Blair said the court could not extend the time set down in laws governing elections. But for Mr. Wildman,
nobody's asking the court to do that. The law is clear. Time does not run against a nullity. If something is a nullity, it means that it never occurred. It is void ab initio. So if the matter had progressed as we had opted to progress to the election trial and to void it, and they made that announcement that the election is void, then time started to run from that time. So I don't understand how the court could have come to this conclusion.
The ruling also stated that the period during which the authority could have applied to the election court has passed, and any application is statute barred. In addition, the time frame outlined in the law is a knockout blow to the success of the application.
Can't be out of time. Within 9 days after the constituted authority rule not to send it to the election court, he filed an application for leave for judicial review. He came to me and I filed it. The law says he has 14 days to go to the constituted authority, and he went there in 9 days.
Still, the court stated that it's futile to compel the authority to make an application, and there is a need for finality in electoral matters. The court said the threshold test has not been surmounted and the application was not arguable. The constituted authority is an independent public body which decides whether a flawed election should be sent to the election court, which could void results. Mr. Buchanan has outlined several breaches, including double voting.
That person having voted, drop it in the box, come back for another ballot and say that ballot spoiled. and was given another ballot to go and vote by the presiding officer. These are serious breaches. We have examples where she's you have, that is a key one. Key one is where they are to leave the polling station because mass men jumping over fence in schemas taking over the polling station. You know? The issue here is, which the court should have focused on, are the breaches that were placed before the court sufficient to compel the court to have the constituted authority refer the matter to the election court? Because once they go there, we know the election will be voided. So the questions have not been determined up to now in this judgment.
So when we look on the situation, what happened, and the system totally deny, you can see the extended of corruption, right? Or it filters through those systems, right? That deny Paul Buchanan case to venture into the election court. And they do everything to keep it out of the court, right? This is a threat on our democracy. A threat, a simple threat on our democracy. As it relates to the efforts that clearly on display, right? That prevented Paul Buchanan case from go into the election court, right? And as what you, Wildman, said, the judge did not make the decision on the evidence that presented before her to say yes, right? These issues, right, have the adequate and sufficient reasons for it to go into the election court. They prevented, and here is Abka Fitz-Henley coming out talking about the rule of law. The judge even outrightly told a lie. Paul Buchanan did not file any application through the Election Petition Act. Even a plain lie the judge came out and told. It goes to show you the extension of which Andrew Holness corruption reaches our judiciary. But let me say this. That pervasive corruption only can find refuge in Jamaica. That pervasive corruption only can find refuge in Jamaica. Out of the ambit of Jamaica, it's going to be a different thing. So you, Abka Fitz-Henley, when the Privy Council rule, we want for you to come out and talk about the rule of law. Yes, remember what you said, you know. And we have what you said, you know. And we are anticipating that when the Privy Council rule, we want to hear from you what you are going to say about the rule of law. So the black man denied the black man his justice. So as what you, white man, says, let us go to the white man to get our justice. Because that is how you sell yourself low enough. When you sell yourself so low that the black man, as it relates to in this case, cannot give justice to the black man. The black man have to come out of the realm of Jamaica to get his justice from the white man. Uno se una bagawaya. Eh? Uno no sisse. Uno a big sellout. Right? Where is the justice? Where is the justice? Andrew Holness, I am telling you, man, that when your judgment ready to fall, trust me, it is going to be several bricks come tumbling down. It is going to be a ripple effect in your life. What you have done to Jamaican electorate and taxpayers. You have victimized them. You have robbed them of their democracy. You have robbed them of their opportunity. Robbed them of their future prospects. All of this you have done. All of this you have done. And I'm not going to tell you that you need to do an introspection. Because the fact of the matter, right, I render you inability to utilize a conscience. You are unconscionable and you're born that way. Right? You're a reptile and you're born that way. So we are not looking for you, you understand, to change your ways. You are the natural demons. Yes. You come exactly to oppress and suppress the Jamaican people. Right? You're the devil in flesh. No one don't need to go and look for any spiritual devil. The devil in flesh is in our parliament. And trust me, people, not until that devil get out of parliament, then Jamaica is going to prosper. Even nature is against him. Because nature identify him to be 100% pure evil. And that's what he is. Right? And I yield the floor. Melting pot. Oh, you like melting pot? The juggling might be a coffee or something like that. So this is what, right, we are saying, right, that I hope Abka Fitz-Henley can deal with it, right, to the fact that we are going to take the case, right, out of the borders of Jamaica, right. Bolo said, synagogue of Satan. Oh yes, Bolo. You are so correct with that. Now, since melting pot, right, is not up, right, let us push on, right? Now, I am going to show you something, people. I am going to get into something, and what I want to explain to you is the way our crony capitalism works. And I want to show you how neocolonialists work. And I want you to understand something as it relates to what Donald Trump is doing. We are going there. And to show you how they will defend an Andrew Holness. No matter the wrong that Andrew Holness does, they will defend Andrew Holness. Let me say to you why they will defend Andrew Holness. Andrew Holness moving towards getting Bill Clinton to come and assist with relief aid is no mistake. No mistake. This is crony capitalism at the best. Right, exercising in front of your very eyes, because they know who is Bill Clinton, right, and what Bill Clinton expected to do. Bill Clinton have the machinery to suppress and oppress, and that's why they get him. Andrew Holness, right, will not be touched by a Trump organization, because Andrew Holness fully compromised and he made himself a puppet on a string, and they can pull him and use him conveniently. Anything that the United States want of him, he has to do it because of the level of compromisation. Now, let me prove this to you all. I am going to show you something. That Venezuela, who resists the United States, decided not to be a puppet of the United States, right? And stand up for its sovereignty. You hear the word that I'm using? Venezuela stand up for its sovereignty. Andrew Wallace had given away Jamaican sovereignty. I want you to know that. Right? When the United States can come to us and say to Andrew Wallace, get rid of the Cuban doctors, and Andrew Wallace have to follow that instruction, simple mean we have lost our sovereignty. We are not a sovereign nation that can stand up and defend our constitution. It is our constitution that makes us sovereign. And we should defend every inch of the law that represents our constitution. That is what makes us a sovereign nation. So when a country can come and mash down that, it simply means you have lost your sovereignty. And this is what United States is doing with Venezuela. But I'm going to show you that if it is drugs, why Jamaica not being pursued? Now watch this and look where I'm going, people. Look at this. All right, we're going to the next topic. Now look at this. Jamaica Gleaner. No. Look at this, my people. I am teaching you something here.
Indomitable character. That America's own crisis begins at home, not abroad. Rodriguez blamed U.S. pharmaceutical giants for the opioid epidemic, arguing that fentanyl and opioid addiction, not cocaine, is America's true security threat. If they want to bomb something, bomb Purdue Pharma, the company that unleashed the epidemic on America.
Not the peace of the kneeling, not the peace of the submissive, not the peace of the slaves. That kind of peace, we do not want it. We deeply love peace, but it must be the peace of truly free women and men, the peace of courageously defiant peoples, the peace of truly sovereign and independent peoples. We did not ask for that aggression. We did not ask for slander and lies to besiege Venezuela. We are people of peace. But please rest assured that if the time ever comes, if an act of aggression dares to enter the sacred territory of the Bolivarian Republic of Venezuela, or our sacred sky, or our sacred seas and rivers, you can be absolutely certain that we will fight and that we have nothing else to give, even if it is our very own lives, to defend the sacred territory of the ENA.
All right, take everyone.
Take that certainty with you.
And let us prove to them that it is not about drugs. Don't be misled. People, be smart, be prudent. Because if it is about drugs, look on the next case that I'm going to present to you to show you precisely that it is not about drugs. Here it is. Here's the evidence. Ex-Honduran president convicted of trafficking 360 tons of cocaine is now out of prison after Trump pardon. This is not about drugs. If it is about drugs, Mr. Trump, why did you pardon the ex-Honduran president who convicted of trafficking 360 tons of cocaine? There he is.
December when?
There he is.
December 2nd.
And this is when you pardon him. Here it is. When it posted, December 2nd.
2025.
December 2nd, 2025. December 2nd, 2025. The mission in Venezuela is not about drugs. Now there he is. The man that you pardon. After the court found him guilty, trafficking 360 tons of drugs. And you pardon him. So what is it that you need from Venezuela? We all know what it is. What is it that you need? Now take that away on. Let us show you again why it is not about drugs. Let us look on Jamaica and Jamaica history. Look where I'm going.
Jamaica has long been a focal point for drug trafficking in the Caribbean. Its strategic location makes it a prime transit point for traffickers moving drugs like marijuana and cocaine from South America to North America and Europe. Over the years, Jamaican authorities have made significant seizures in their efforts to stem the flow of drugs, often involving high-stakes operations, international cooperation, and, at times, shocking twists. Law enforcement agencies continue to work tirelessly to disrupt illegal operations. Several major drug busts have captured headlines, with some of the biggest making history on the island. Here's a look at the top 10 biggest drug busts in Jamaica's history. Number 10. Kingston Container Terminal Cocaine Bust, 2015. In December 2015, customs officials at the Kingston Container Terminal discovered 500 kilograms of cocaine hidden in a shipping container. The drugs were concealed among legitimate goods, demonstrating the lengths traffickers go to in order to bypass port security. The street value of the cocaine was estimated at over 1 billion Jamaican dollars, making it one of the largest seizures at the terminal. The operation underscored the vulnerability of Jamaica's ports to drug trafficking, given the high volume of containerized shipping that passes through the island. Following this bust, the Jamaican government increased efforts to strengthen port security, including the use of advanced scanning technology and better coordination with international partners. Despite these measures, the incident highlighted the ongoing threat posed by transnational drug trafficking networks. Number 9. Rocky Point Seizure, 2016. In October 2016, police in Clarendon conducted a major operation in Rocky Point, a well-known fishing village, resulting in the seizure of 700 kilograms of cocaine. The drugs, valued at over 1 billion Jamaican dollars, were hidden in a boat docked at the shoreline. Authorities arrested several individuals, including foreign nationals, suggesting that the operation was part of a larger international smuggling network. Rocky Point has long been a focal point for drug trafficking due to its proximity to international waters and its active fishing community, which traffickers often use as cover. This bust highlighted the increasing use of small ports and fishing villages by drug syndicates seeking to evade detection. It also emphasized the need for community cooperation in identifying and reporting suspicious activities. Number 8. St. Elizabeth Cocaine Bust, 2017. In November 2017, law enforcement officials in St. Elizabeth seized 1,000 kilograms of cocaine.
People, I want you to pay attention to 2020 because there's an important information that I want to give to you people as it relates to 2020. So pay attention to when this video reaches 2020 and you're going to see the amount of drug busts in 2020, and then I'm going to show you something as it relates to 2020. So please pay attention.
During a carefully planned operation, the drugs, packed in duffel bags, were discovered in a rural area, suggesting that traffickers were using remote locations to store and distribute their shipments. The street value of the cocaine was estimated at billions of Jamaican dollars, making it one of the largest busts in the island's history. St. Elizabeth, with its relatively isolated terrain and access to Jamaica's southern coastline, has become a hotspot for drug trafficking. Authorities believe the cocaine had been smuggled into the country by sea and was awaiting further distribution. The bust demonstrated the importance of intelligence-driven operations in disrupting drug networks and highlighted the ongoing challenges posed by Jamaica's geographical location and porous borders. Number 7. JDF Coast Guard Interception, 2024. On February 5th, 2024, the Jamaica Defense Force, JDF, Coast Guard intercepted a vessel off the island's southern coast, leading to the seizure of 1,192 kilograms, 2,629 pounds of marijuana. The drugs, valued at 26 million Jamaican dollars, were found in waterproof packages that were likely meant to be transferred to another vessel at sea. This type of maritime trafficking, often referred to as go-fast smuggling, is a common tactic used by drug syndicates to avoid detection. The operation was a testament to the effectiveness of the JDF's maritime patrols, which have been bolstered by international support and improved surveillance technology. Officials believe the marijuana was destined for Central America or the United States, highlighting Jamaica's role as a transshipment hub in the global drug trade. The interception also underscored the need for continued investment in coastal security to combat increasingly sophisticated smuggling techniques. Number 6. Alligator Pond Operation, 2020. Another major marijuana bust took place on June 4th, 2020, in Alligator Pond, Manchester. Security forces seized 1,164 kilograms of marijuana during an operation targeting a smuggling ring operating along Jamaica's southern coast. Although no arrests were made, the seizure was a significant blow to the traffickers, who were reportedly using the area as a launching point for drug shipments to Central America. Alligator Pond's location near the coastline makes it a strategic hub for smugglers, who often evade detection by blending in with local fishermen. The bust highlighted the challenges faced by law enforcement in monitoring Jamaica's extensive coastline. Despite the success of this operation, authorities acknowledged that traffickers would likely attempt to regroup and continue their activities. Number 5. Lance's Bay Marijuana Seizure, 2020. In June 2020, the Jamaica Defense Force conducted a major operation in Lance's Bay, Hanover, resulting in the seizure of 1,179 kilograms of marijuana. The drugs, packed in several large bags, were being loaded onto a vessel when authorities intervened. 3 Bahamian nationals were arrested during the operation, signaling the international dimensions of the marijuana trade in Jamaica. The Lance's Bay bust was significant not only for its scale, but also for its location. Hanover, situated on Jamaica's northwestern coast, has become a key point for maritime smuggling. Drug traffickers often use small fishing boats to transport marijuana to the Bahamas, where it is further distributed. This operation also demonstrated the importance of the JDF's maritime capabilities in intercepting illegal shipments. Number 4. Spur Tree Marijuana Bust, 2020. The Spur Tree Marijuana Bust in May 2020 remains the largest marijuana seizure in Jamaica's history. During a raid in Manchester, police discovered 3,946 kilograms, 8,700 pounds, of compressed marijuana stored in several large packages. Valued at approximately 35 million Jamaican dollars, the haul was part of a sophisticated smuggling operation. 4 individuals were arrested at the scene, and authorities suspected that the drugs were destined for export, possibly to other Caribbean islands or North America. This bust highlighted the evolving nature of Jamaica's marijuana trade, which had traditionally been dominated by small-scale cultivators. In this case, the sheer volume of drugs indicated the involvement of a well-funded and organized syndicate. The operation also underscored the challenges faced by law enforcement in rural areas, where traffickers exploit rugged terrain and limited police presence to conduct their activities. Number 3. Port Royal Cocaine Haul, 2002. In August 2002, Jamaican authorities conducted what was, at the time, the largest cocaine seizure in the country's history. More than 3,000 pounds, approximately 1,360 kilograms, of cocaine were found near Port Royal. I'm
going to show Jamaica something, right? And let us lift up that. 2020, right? Do you remember as it relates to the general election, 2020? And within that year, 2020, the amount of drugs that found, right? In total, 3 baloads of drugs in 2020 at different time But 2020 was very active as it relates to drugs. Now watch this. Here's what Zara Burton is asking. Did Jamaica's Finance Minister, Dr. Nigel Clark, use a tax-exempt charity for political purposes? And can he? Watch this now. This is in the height of the general election, 2020. Bear that in mind. Last month, Jamaica Finance Minister Dr. Nigel Clark won praises for the country's removal from the international grey list of Global Watchdog Financial Action Task Force. For the past 4 years, he had been ministerial point person on enhancing the country's counter-terrorism financing and anti-money laundering regime, including getting Parliament to pass legislation to strengthen monitoring of the nation's non-profit sector. But an 18 degrees north probe has found that Dr. Clark's own tax-exempt charity deserves scrutiny. And this is what you notice the pattern with the Jamaica Labour Party, the same pattern with Darrell Valls, the same pattern with Andrew Holness, the same pattern with Nigel Clark. You understand? Acting as if they are passing policies and they are doing things to help. But they are the same one. They are the same one who identified to be the corrupter. While they are passing laws and passing policies, you understand, celebrating the IC, and at the same time, in the same breath, they are the same one, you understand, dealing with the corruptions. So you see, the MO is quite clear, pretty clear. Now, his Growth and Opportunity Trust Limited, set up to serve his Northwest St. Andrew constituency by providing relief of poverty and to promote the advancement of good citizenship and community development, right? He claimed he has raised more than $91 million, people, US $631,644 in donations from who? Unexplained sources. From who? Unexplained sources between its inception in 2018, right, and 2023. It's also spent about 84 million, US 581,460 over that same time period, with little indication as to how that money was spent. Of note is that the foundation's two most lucrative hauls occurred during election years. Want to understand what Zara Burton is saying, Now watch this now, people. Okay, I'm not seeing all of it.
Go back down. Next.
Okay. All right. Let us get. So look at this now, people. Income and expenditure of Growth and Opportunity Trust. When you look on the corruption, right? 2018 election year. See it here, people. $27.8 million went into Nigel Clark charity movement. See there, 2018 general election years, right? 27.8 million went in there. And guess what? The donators, unknown. Look at now, people. 2019, it dropped. Look what happened in 2020. Election year again. 2020, $35.3 million goes into Nigel Clark. Donors, not listed. Take this away. Am I saying that the importance of listing the donors? Did the money come from drugs barons? Or did it come from SSL? Because we know 2021 SSL crash. And so then when you look on these things in terms of what being investigated here, right? We have to move forward in make sure that we have stringent laws to deal with election contribution. Election contribution. And this is one of the reasons why it is serious when we say that the donors, right, into general election need to be identified. That law, it need to be identified. It allows for corruption to take place. We need to see how much the PSOJ members are backing the GLP administration, how much Brian Jardim and Adam Russell give to the Andrew Holness administration, how much Kenneth Benjamin give to the Andrew Holness administration. And so when these people give these political machineries millions of dollars, they are now looking for a kickback in return. So you must understand where we are going and why it is important as to why Zara Burton is probing this. We are just not reading it and not understanding it. Zara Burton is probing it to say that when it comes to election campaign, the persons who are backing these election machineries, political parties, need to be identified. So then, if there's a limitation as it relates to $5 million that can be allowed, for argument's sake, to be given to political campaign, we don't see where one donor giving $15 million to a political party. What that $15 million for? That when you win, right, you give me back some contract round there, so. You understand? You give me some land down there, so. You give me that there, so. And that up there, so. How much the Chinese community is funding the Jamaica Labour Party administration. We need to know these things so that we look and have an understanding that we need to cut out what we call political kickback of these people who are funding the political parties, giving them millions of dollars more than what allowed to be given. And so then, to the fact that they are doing that, that now help out, you understand, pay for vote, right? Do all sort of manner of evil, pay people to take the ballot boxes, do all sort of manner of evil, flawed election, and all of these things, right? And we are asking now to show you the corruption as it relates to Glassport Brown, right? These issues were pointed out to Glassport Brown. Did he do anything about it? No. So these are things that we are talking about, right? For better understanding. Melting Pot, what say you on the matter?
Well, it's a matter where, you know, we look on from long time. You know, how the party them been funded. And, you know, when I see the donor them name nor them contribution, everything in a secrecy.
Yes.
So what we have to do, we have to use some, you know, tracking device and the mechanism where we find anytime election are run, the account go up, skyrocket up. You understand? And during the same period of time, drugs come from the island. So we know them operate. Lack of transparency, no accountability, no checks and balance. And so this administration around the country. And them are benefit immensely from drugs. Yeah? But just going back to the war on drugs where Trump a talk about. And we know that drugs create that commotion between United States and Venezuela. We know Venezuela oil are the problem. You understand? Because if it was drugs, then Jamaica would have to be subjected to the same level of attention that Venezuela get from United States. Because earlier on, Trump declared Jamaica as the transshipment hub with drugs in the Caribbean and Central America. That him said. So why you not come down with the hub there? You have to come check the hub too, Because you said that. But that was just like a boxer, the shadow boxing. Him not a box real, him just then at the gym with a mirror and I do shadow boxing. Yeah? No opponent in front of him. Because Trump now look on Jamaica with the drugs. Them know the drugs pass through. Them know say people in the parliament deal with it. Them know private sector deal with it in Jamaica. But them not pursue Jamaica. Remember them use Jamaica for certain privilege where them want, Yeah. Because the Prime Minister is a privileged bargaining tool and a bargaining chip. The United States. Anything where United States want Andrew to do, man have to do it. You understand? So, it wasn't a war on drugs, my people. It's about where Venezuela have where United States want. It's them oil. Yeah? So, where Jamaica is concerned, Jamaicans have been, having fun time in the drugs world. Cocaine and all these things. Any farmer, illegal trafficking, Jamaica participate in that on a big scale right now. Guns and ammunition, them coming in the country brand new, them have them a sell, all these things, yeah? Because big boy have to be behind these things, yeah? When you see them go through and them not get no itch, money run. Because them think that you can't conceal them when them come at the port of entry, Because them come in such quantity, they cannot be concealed. You have to just run the butter. If you go through, if you eat through the butter, it get bust. Because what the people at the port do, for sure you say, you have to incorporate them in the illegal racketing by make sure when you give them for them butter. If you don't give them butter, them bust it. No, nobody no want that to happen. So that's why the butter run and most things come through and reach on land and distribute. Have them all in a warehouse and all them things there. So the whole game of them a play is a blame game. Yeah? That United States are doing. I say this guy where we have down in our country there, send out some Coast Guard with there. Say them find some drugs, $3.7 billion worth of cocaine off the shore. Yeah? So, we have to just understand, say, it's a blame game. Because if you find that, then warm to the vessel, you make the vessel leave you. Or you find them, you not tell where you find them. Did they wash up on the shore? Did you confiscate it from a boat? What, man? So we have to ask the question. Yeah? But we know the answer. We know the answer, Pete. The Jamaica Labour Party operate as a criminal entity. Yeah? Remember, you have all some affiliated members scattered all over the United States where them fund the party, through drugs, and guns and all these things. Them fund the party. Trump, them know that. But where Jamaica is concerned right now, Trump now really penetrate Jamaica for no cocaine. But them know no fight there, so it wasn't about cocaine, it was about Venezuela oil. America need that. Venezuela have the largest oil reserve in the world. And then at the same time, he want to get out Nicolas Maduro. Because this guy now want to link up with the BRICS. So it's a geopolitics thing. Yeah, oust Nicolas Maduro and put in the next one where him and them are pal. But Nicolas Maduro stand him ground. The other day them put out a report say him had a flight to Brazil, which is another BRICS country. You understand? Him never gone away. Him be there in Venezuela. I hold a party meeting. You understand? So the whole thing we are going on in the region right now. Yeah, Jamaica participate tonight as a corrupted tool for the American them. Telling lies to them confiscate $3.7 billion worth of cocaine just to make it look like the thing a flow, as what Trump has said. They never confiscate nothing. Yeah? And if Trump deal with cocaine, he have to come to Jamaica. Because them know much I come to Jamaica and them know so when come to Jamaica, leave Jamaica en route to Europe and all these places. Yeah? Canada and all them places. So them know everything. And them know so the Labour Party involved with certain people who are high trafficker of cocaine. Them know the party benefit as well. Because here it is. Nigel Clark. It's the money that we have Charity Foundation. It's the money for Charity Foundation here where we have in Jamaica. Them need to get audited, yeah, and get accredited certification to operate. And who you find in breach, you get rid of them. True, most of them organization here, the corrupted money are run.
Exactly. Yeah.
That's the problem we have. The guy them set the thing away as well. I tell people in Jamaica say, the way how Andrew rig the country right now, it riddled with corruption. Riddle up to charity. We know charity is supposed to be an entity where look after people needs, you know. Yeah. Charity is not supposed to be an entity where kill people. Supposed to look after your needs. But them guys take the charity foundation organization. They are stomping ground. The money laundering, drugs trafficking, gun trafficking, all type of thing come through. You understand? Corrupted money. Yeah, remember I say all people use all charity money as their own investment, you know. And you do it.
Exactly.
So when we are look upon how the man them set the thing by Jamaican people, a whole heap of cleaning up Jamaica want undergo. Whole heap of cleaning up. You have to check through the charity them. You have to weed out the corrupted charity them because them a fake charity. Yeah, them a shell charity, so to speak. Them not real. You understand? You have to do that. There's a whole cleaning up operation going in Jamaica. And several of them guys here, when you clean the country, you can't leave them. You have to carry them with the garbage. You dump the garbage them certain place, you dump them in a prison. And that's how for them dump people. Yeah, you have to prison them. Nigel Clark, we get arrested and come back to Jamaica and go to prison for all them things what we see, you know. If you are on a charity foundation, why are you concealing the identification of who is giving to the charity?
That's the question. That's the question, Melting Pot. That's the question.
Why are you hiding the name of the donor to the charity? Unless it's spooky. And it was spooky. Because just look, 2018, you see 28.8 million. 2020, 30.8 million. 2 years apart. You add that. And nearly 70 million you look on.
Look at that.
Nearly 70 million in a 2-year period. And we are talking about US, you know. And US, them I get, because remember, you know, when you get gift from overseas, you know, you don't get Jamaican dollars. Because remember, one of them total 90 million. Yeah. One of them 90 million, 631,644 now equal to 91 million Jamaican dollar. Yeah, man. So, you know, so them guy they are deal with things on big scale. Oh, look on a little guy like Nigel Clark. You see him look like him can't talk or him a idiot. Devil in disguise. Don't look on them like no ants in a Jamaica. Them a dinosaur. Dinosaur, that's what they are. You can't survive around them, you know. As dinosaur, you know. Andrew, them a dinosaur. And several of the top people in the cabinet, them a dinosaur. Them kill our people in a Jamaica, man. Hundreds of people them kill, man. And a joke business. And I say them, hey, my Jamaican people. Hey, you want to know, say the Labour Party have a wicked party. Just look what them do to them own people in the 2011 Tivoli incursion. Just look now, man. Just look now, man. You stronghold and you're going and you mash up that because of one individual. Several people you knock down, but them people still align themselves to the party. Because the free shit we down there say, no rent, no pay, not no pay down there. Just live free. That draw down the country. That draw down the country, you know. Draw down the country. And remember, people have to pay for them people usage. And them not pay water and our light down there. That pass on to real consumer. That's how the government operate. So it's another ring of corruption that as well. And remember them family that and construct that and run that, you know. Years. Seaga family it. Construct it. And it a run for years and mash up Jamaica. Yeah? Whole heap of thing coming through that same community. Land in a Jamaica. Kill half Jamaican. Mash up Jamaica. Both home and abroad. Yeah? Spread a bad publicity on Jamaican overseas. I remember that started out from 1980. From 1980. When Eddie win, 140 of them fly out. And over a 4-year period, you know, several thousand people lost them life. Several thousand people lost them life. So, you know, scary, but it's real. It's scary, but it's real. So the party are the problem. It a whole long Jamaica Labour Party. Yeah, it a crush Jamaica right now. As a party where pride, corruption, align itself to corruption. Yeah, it's a party where marginalize and victimize people. Because that's what the capitalist does. Yeah. The capitalists will kill out all of the black people, you know, and import some different people come put up in a Jamaica. They rather have them like that. Because remember, the people when them want to come to Jamaica are people who are going to use them substance, you know. Most black people are going to turn away from it. Yeah? So what them want to do is to create a new Jamaica under the back of corruption. But we have to hold them accountable. Yeah, because you see, the corruption we are run, all in the justice system is there. This is why you have fish headless. I jump for John and celebrate the victory with them to them claim. They don't not get no victory yet. Game no over, you know. The game moved from the national stadium to the Privy Council. Just use the terms. Yeah, it moved from the national stadium on the love to play upon. But now the whole play field for yourself. It gone, it come a London where it done a Arsenal. Yeah? And that's where it gone now, where Privy Council there, done a London. Remember, Andrew can't win pan them play field. Andrew sent a team member go up there. Where I bad up Jamaica. Tough talk. Go like Bullbuck and Duppy Conqueror. She was made to look ordinary on that play field. Well, I remember as a name like a Buchanan was the opponent. The Buchanan gained victory. And there's another member from the same team. But this time at the striker, Andrew. But it's a Buchanan came there again. So you know lightning strike twice. Lightning never strike twice, man. You see how we get rid of Strike 5? Because Strike 5 did win the case against ISAT in the Privy Council. Andrew retain her. Show you say she brilliant, she good. Keep her there till she old and grey. You see how she disappear? I see him where Andrea will disappear. So fish headless, go and jump and go and celebrate, man. Yeah? Don't stop. Don't stop. Because you see, the music where you dance to, a corruption music you dance to, you know. You see the real classic music? Yeah? Remember that not start play yet. When that play, you can't dance, because you don't know if you dance classic. All you know are the corruption dance. Don't continue, man, and go on. We are slowly gaining the upper hand as it relates to corruption in Jamaica. That's why I like when Andrew claims him jump out of the frying pan. Where him have a Jamaica. A big inferno there, Privy Council in a land, and I just say my land in a, I don't know him going to take that eat there. I don't know how him going to take that eat there. You can't imagine you have your Prime Minister end up in a Privy Council. That look bad enough, people. When a Prime Minister find himself cross the Atlantic Ocean for a trial, it tell you the corruption rampant. I just them thing down have to look on and know.
But here's the thing, Melting Pot, here's the thing. Immediately after the Privy Council made its judgment, its immediate effect it is going to take throughout Jamaica. The Prime Minister has to resign immediately. Has to stop.
Yeah, man.
Yes.
Yeah, man. When the case announced in a Privy Council London, you know, right away in Jamaica, them have to announce it, you know.
Yeah, it has to take effect immediately.
You can't wait till him come back. Immediately.
Yes.
It have to go and record. At this number 1 year, Big Mama said, breaking news.
No, you're not going to say it.
No, him have to say it, man. Come on, Byron. Him have to say it. We will force him to say it. Big Mama have to come out and say, breaking news.
No, I'm going to say, unfortunately, something unprecedented.
No, I don't. Lady Anne Marie, I don't want to hear that voice. I do not want to hear that voice. I want to hear when Big Mama break news or I'm gone. I want to hear Big Mama say, breaking news. And you know, Dr. Michael Andrew Holnitz has just lost his case in the Privy Council. And is no longer the Prime Minister of Jamaica. As we speak, he has to be no longer involved in politics. That me want to hear.
And that's for me. Cliff Hughes, I'm not sure what the future looks like for me right now.
God Almighty, mighty God.
And I would have to try to get this $1.5 billion that I hold settled.
Well, hear me now. I'm going to show you something, Byron and Lady Andrew. I him thief enough his money in Jamaica. Everybody know that. It can't be disputed. Yeah? Big Mama owed enough his money in Jamaica. What can go so? What can him get the most right off to?
It's why they have to defend him. They have to defend him, you know?
All right.
They are getting paid to defend him.
Exactly. Yeah. So that's the thing there, and it's easy for Jamaica people understand where we are saying. One man thief the most money. One man owe the most money. That said man that get the most right half. And the man is a criminal to come now pay him employee direct, you know, deduction as it relates to them salary. People that think that them have money or housing trust, them not have none.
But again, Melting Pot, let me just enhance in terms of what you say, because you're 100% right. And we need to drive home this point that what Cliff Hughes had done, right? The workers who work for Cliff Hughes, right? He had been collecting their NIS, collecting their NHT, collecting all their direct taxes, right?
Education, tax, everything.
Exactly, right? But those deductions, right, that he has collected, right? Obviously, he's not paying it over to the government.
So it might affect them
And
pension and
the amount, the gracious thing about it, Melting Pot, is that just imagine that you are working for an institution and the institution collecting all direct taxes from you, your NHT, your NIS, and so forth. And when you're ready, you understand, to process a house and you go to NHT. NHT is going to tell you that there is no contribution right up there for you. How do you feel?
Them can't find you. Must be like a fish out of water. But the worst thing is when it comes to you, suppose you do all 30 years there. Just sponsor. And you resign on a time for your pension. Nothing iPad for you, know. There is nothing in the pot.
So you see how serious it is with Big Mama.
It's serious with Big Mama.
And
Big Mama thing, I know. But Byron, Big Mama thing, I know one little small, minuscule thing you look on, you know.
Exactly.
I want large object, but people are turning the black of them eye and I want focus on it. When Big Mama do a criminality thing, him supposed to get arrested.
Of course.
But you have no. See, I got to do the same thing, you know. When I'm a female telling them, never pay the people them direct.
But I tell you something, Melting Pot. Wesley Snipes,
yes,
the movie star, did it in the United States, you know, and they sent him to prison, you know.
Have to go to prison.
They send Wesley Snipes to prison for what Big Mama is doing right now.
Same thing. But Big Mama,
it goes to show you how corrupt Andrew Warner's administration is.
All right, sir. Because we like to reason them thing with the people and just show them, you know, what is 6 or 1 and compare it to half a dozen. You're supposed to get the same result, but you're not getting the same result.
Exactly.
In a Jamaica, them change half a dozen to a dozen.
There you go.
So there's no comparison. You understand? Because Big Mama not have no fame attached to him like a Wesley Snipes. But Wesley have to go to prison. Can't break the law. He break the law. Yeah. You understand? Adam Stanford, him do the same thing. Him go to prison. Even though him leave a long-lasting legacy where the world I make money off of, them keep all World Cup with the man dream when implement. Yeah. But you look at a guy like Andrew Willis and the whole of them still afloat round. Them still afloat round. And them thief more than Adam Stanford.
Yeah.
Because all of the Ponzi scheme them where Andrew crash and take away the people their money. Both local investors and diaspora and investor. It add up more than where Adam Stanford get away with. But Adam Stanford invest the money. But you will think Adam Stanford now is how him go about it. When him flying a large and land the helicopter, him should never do that. I just know draw the attention because nobody never do that. Lads are the home of cricket. You don't fly in a helicopter and noon. And land a large and step up with a briefcase and put something in front of them. Because I'm going to the home of cricket, you know, I introduced T20 2020. Yes. That's why it was West Indies and England play the first ever T20 game and West Indies win it. And you will cause a problem now. And him control the purse. So him bribe players like Shinjar and Chandrapal and a few more West Indian guys. We invest back the money from the 20 million car. It was winner take all. 20 million for 2020 game. So West Indies win that 20 million US there. Share up amongst the players. Some of them lose the money. Because them reinvest it back with him.
Yes.
You understand? Chris Gayle, them never invest back for their money and Marlon Samuel. Them never invest for them own. But Shanja Paul and them guys from down at the island, yeah, them invest back with him. Yeah? So we know the thing go. But at least him there do something we still have benefit the world now, the government, them worldwide, when the World Cup of 2020 played, all of them economy they benefit. But Andrew Thief, nobody no benefit from it.
Yeah, but again, Melting Pot, for Cliff Hughes to come out defending Andrew Owners, you understand, to endorse going into Cash Plus, going into Oland. It is unbelievable. But you can understand because in terms of what he had done as it relates to collecting his staff money, NHT, statutory deductions, right, and not paying them over to the government, right? And obviously, you see the lump sum that he owed. This is very serious, you know, because he's robbing the country's revenue. All right, from out of the $1.8 billion that Big Mama owe, you understand? That could go into some critical social programs, you know.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man, 1.5 billion, you know. And then if you add the 10 right off, we don't even know how much them they run up to. So you know this guy gone couple billion well. Oh, you can't have a guy and a public airway operating as a delinquent operator. 1.5 billion him commit fraud as it relates to not paying over the direct account when draw from the people.
But you know what I'm saying, Melting Pot? The government, as it is today, is facilitating a crime, is aiding and abetting Big Mama. You understand? To continue to rob the country's tax revenues.
Him doing it.
It's not.
Him both are rob.
It's a crime that still continue to happen, you know.
But it's not. Yes, because not change around a Big Mama. Not change around there, you know. Cause remember, you know, him not pay corporate tax, yeah, and him not pay the direct tax them to the agency for the work of them. So him have two side of tax, yeah. Him get 10 right off. You understand? So it's a guy from it look like from him opening the artery. Him not paying nothing in a tax. And rob the people.
If you go back on the budgetary expenditure, remember that within the 2024-2025 budgetary expenses, right, that the shortfall, one of the era where the shortfall came from was from corporate taxes.
Corporate taxes.
Which Big Mama
corporate taxes. Yeah. That's why you see the government have to send out the police them on the road to scrape the motorist money to make up the shortcomings from corporate taxes. As a result of guy like Big Mama and several more. And not just him alone. But Fee won't touch Mount Everest Peak.
Yes.
Yeah. So when the pressure where we put them on and make it them go merge it with River, you know.
Exactly.
But we are telling them say that can't work and that should never occur in the first place. Because that was a delinquent entity that owe over 1.5 billion in corporate tax. That owe several amount of money from people's statutory deduction from them wages when they pay to the government agency them. Yes. And it also get 10 write-off. So how you allow it for merge? You allow it for merge?
You're going to know. The River Network. I don't believe. All right. To me, you know, Melting Pot, based on certain things that we are looking at, because you know that you and I, you understand, off here, you understand, we reason a lot. And we are saying that even the River Network, we don't believe that it is really Dushianti Savada own it, you know. It's more like, you understand, and let me say it out loud, right? The possibility exists where it could be Andrew Ownless, right?
It could be
silent partner of River Network.
Yeah.
Right? Because if you look on how Dushianti getting money, there is no country who we shut a man just walked in the country as a according to him 2012, right? And then the country government, right? Members of parliament or whosoever, you understand, just decided to loan him how much was the loan again that they gave to Dushianti?
454.
Eh?
454.
Somewhere there.
$1,000 US.
I don't remember.
Yeah, man, 454,000 US in get, man.
Exactly. No, so I don't remember how much to be exact, right? So we stand to be corrected. Now, the thing what I'm saying, that it's a possibility, we don't know, that the government might be a silent partner of Revo. Right?
I tell you something, Byron.
Dushianti don't have no legitimate business, you know.
No.
The government tried him as it relates to the app that he created for COVID-19. You understand? And he messed up with that. The government denied that they didn't pay him to set up the app. And when we went and searched, we found that the government paid him millions of dollars.
Millions of dollars.
So look at that.
And when him do him have people data in Jamaica sell all over the world. Because he might make money from that, you know. Yeah? Because that remember loophole in that, you know, where the app where him set up, you know. Yeah. So what we know about this guy? Yeah, we know him was a rumhead. We know him was a rogue child. And what him said, growing up, him drink a liter of rum, him smoke 60 cigarettes per day. Yeah? It was so bad, him father threw him out of the place. Him end up in East India one night on the train. Come off, when him look up and down, him ask himself, so where am I doing so?
Yes. Then
the next thing, him get a job into a restaurant as a kitchen porter. Yeah? Because him claims him a waiter, you know. But no, if you washing dishes, you're a kitchen porter. And then 2 years down the line now, him end up into a media house. Yeah? Him end up in a media house basically. Yeah? So when you look at it now, you want to hear the biggest problem now we're going to create. 2 years after into this job, you know. But I'm going at this job as an executive, you know. From coming out of a kitchen as a kitchen porter. Him end up in this job as an executive where him go young underage boy, you know, him not 18 yet, you know. Then you want to hear the biggest lie where him tell now. Him say him always have the dream to become a pilot. So couple months down the line, him go deal with the aviation.
That is a lie, because that level of intoxication and all them something there.
Lord, then that's how me I come now, Sir Byron. The amount of alcohol way in him, you can't put him near plane. Much as go put him in a cockpit. You can't put him near plane. Much as we have him in the cockpit. Yeah, so when you look on his beer like this guy I tell, and him tell it in a Durban. Yeah, in a South Africa. Him tell it down at the island in a Barbados and them places. Because him traverse through one of them places before him destination at Jamaica. You know?
Yes.
Yeah? Him not left straight from England come at Jamaica, you know. Because I'm in a problem with the marriage in the UK as well, I say. We don't know if I saw it go. But we are taking it as face value. And him say the charitable group where him in, them say best place for him come cool out and build back his mental faculty in the Caribbean. So him come at the Caribbean.
Yes.
And him come now as a charity worker. And then him say him fun exhaust. So him end up round the island, them start sell story. Yeah? Be a bullshit him a tell the interviewer them till him end up at Jamaica. Now when this guy come at Jamaica, him don't know nobody, you know. First him a go set put on the soil. I have several brilliant Jamaicans who born and grow in a Jamaica we can't get nothing like where you hear Big Mama say Marky G get. Yeah? So Big Mama need to talk about this guy. We're flying from nowhere come get platinum spoon, not even gold. It's a platinum spoon this guy get.
Yeah.
And on the back of the platinum spoon, this guy gets a red carpet roll out to him and he becomes an ambassador.
So, hold on. Big Mama now talk about that, as you said, melting pot, which you're right. But yet him talk about Mark Golden go to Campion and them never get so you can say the level of bad mind, the level of the level of jealousy. You understand? And so because they are now trying to compare themselves with Mark Golden, you know. You understand?
Yeah.
But Mark Golden do the right thing. You understand? And Mark Golden being honest. You understand? So they decided now to agree to go down the route of corruption. You understand? To have it all. You understand? And the interest. You understand? On the back of taxpayers. That is vicious. What they are doing.
Very vicious.
Robbing the poor. Robbing the poor. That's what they are doing.
So like, Big Mama now talk about Dishan Shivadi. We will talk about him.
Yes.
And we know who him align himself to. Yeah, we see who give him red carpet. We see who him give back money to. You understand? A guy coming to your place broke. Him a native of the island. Yeah? But him end up get 454,000 because start up.
But on the melting pot, we are reasonable. When you look on that, how could that be? Somebody who just walk in Jamaica, right? You don't know him, he may have no background. You understand, in business. And the government take up how much? 100 million.
454,000 give him. Yeah? Nearly $500,000 give him.
How comes that?
To go start business. I remember, I know, the guy said the 1st of January 2015, him wake up with no money in him wallet. Him car tank are empty. Him car tank are empty. Him rent for pay and him not have nothing in his personal account. So you know him is basically a tramp. Basically a tramp in our country. But some good Samaritan, some Godfather, will fly out of the sky like angel, wrap them wings around him and take him under them pole. And just say, well, you what, me not have to know you. See, 454,000 US. Go and go do something. And him say him bill himself from this. So. You understand?
Watch this now. Let me send something to wifey and wifey put it up. You understand? Him now become powerful enough.
Very powerful. Very powerful.
Him now start to lend Andrew Owners $5 million US.
No lend. Donate.
Look at it, people. I could get into that thing since Big Mama. But
what, Mr. Byron?
Yes.
And Lady Anne Marie, that just show you, see the said man where him lend the 5 million, and the said man give the 454,000 US. You know?
Yes.
Bowl go pocket come. Bowl go pocket come. And that we see a play out in front of our eye. Them do them things and it reverse psychology order. You can't know what they done in the first place. That Godfather, right, that angel that come out of the sky and wrap them wing round him was Andrew.
Watch his melting pot. Because somehow we can't get it up. So we have to show it on the phone and show the people them. You understand?
What them do with it? Them jam it?
Somehow we can't get it up. I don't know. Somehow we can't get it up. So we have to show the people them. You understand? Okay. See there? $5 million. And look who my history to donation to Andrew Owners. $5 million. You're going to tell me that this money, no in a money laundering, washing money laundering.
Yo.
Andrew, what this look like, you know, melting pot. Andrew Owners own money, you know. They might give to donate back to him, you know.
Yeah.
And the trickery that, you know. You understand? Because but them get this money and now to donate to give Andrew Owners $5 million to donate to the Jamaica Labour Party. $5 million. Where them get it from?
Well, I mean, I tell you, a 10 year the man take. Well, I know. Unless a 10 year the man take can give a $5 million after I come to Jamaica broke 2015, you know.
I don't know.
By 2025, I give a $5 million US. $5 million US, you know.
Yes.
$5 million US. You know how much that's in a Jamaican money? 5 times 16 or 18, you know. Yeah. 5, 10, 50 at the exchange rate. Yeah. I apply that 100. At 180 million, that, you know.
Yeah. But look on the history now with him. Put up there on it. We're gonna show you something. We're gonna show the people what we are talking about with this brother here. You understand? Because he is the person who melting pot, we believe, obstruct the general election, you know. Yeah. Right.
We know him play a part in that with the technology we're going at the 7th constituency. We know him deal with that.
So I can read it and show the people them. You understand? To show you that this brother here is something else. Look at this. This is December 12, 2025, you know. in a melting pot. PNP demands clarity, accountability, and government US 150 million JPS. What is this? No, that's what I'm saying. Here it is. See there?
That is another case in itself.
Yeah. Hold on the melting pot. I don't know. We don't get it enough.
Remember we am I thought, you know. So we expect them to leave it up to Byron for we revisit it. Am I thought? That's why you know when we talk about it credible, that's why they have to take it down and block it, you know.
All right. Okay, so we not get it up. You understand? But yet it come up on the phone for some reasons, right? I don't know what the reasons are or what the reason is. But here it is. Let me read it. Since they are not allowing me to put it up. Right? Problem there. Jamaica's journey towards becoming a digital powerhouse reached a defining moment Tuesday night as Prime Minister Dr. Andrew Holness hailed Amber Group founder and CEO Ambassador Dushian Savadia. Remember, you know, Andrew Holness gave him an ambassador to, you know. Right?
Yeah, man.
Jamaica tech champion and a true Jamaican. What did he do to become a true Jamaican?
Wait, what on there? What on there? What you say? When them hear him, man? True Jamaican. The man a Jamaican.
Well, that's what he said. Right? Here it is. Let me see it there. There it is.
This guy is a true Jamaican.
Right? The declaration came during the Amber Group 10th anniversary gala, right, at the Card of Impact held at the AC Marriott Hotel, where over 250 of the nation's most influential business leaders, you know, you understand, government officials and global partners gathered to celebrate a decade of innovation that has reshaped Jamaica technology landscape. What did he do in Jamaica? What did he do? Technology doesn't integrate itself. It requires champions, said Prime Minister. Holness. Well, hold on.
Yeah, man.
Remember, you know, the Prime Minister went out on a limb, and you see, because he has business interests in Edmonton Ridge, you hear how he sold Edmonton Ridge. You understand? I same thing I do with Savadia, you know. Here now.
Yeah.
Here now, hear him again now. Hear the Snake Isles man. Andrew Holness now. I quote him, you know. See that I make the people know say I quote him. Hear that, see that? I quote what I must say. You understand? I make the people them see it because them now Snake Isles snails man. Right? Them now make me put it up. Technology doesn't integrate itself. It requires champion, you know. Andrew Holness, you know, said Prime Minister Holness. Dushiant is not just an ambassador, right? He is Jamaica champion for technology. It matters not that he was born in India. He is Jamaican because he chose Jamaica through his vision and dedication. Humber has helped us open our borders in crisis. And when that happened? When did that happen? Train our youth in coding. When did that happen? Now, lead the Caribbean into the age of AI and robotics. Hey, may I tell you something, sir? Corruption. Hey, Father God, let me tell you something. Now, the Prime Minister recalled the crucial roles Savadia played during the COVID-19 pandemic in creating Jam COVID. Do you know, I'm going to show the people what happened to Jam COVID. Go and talk melting pot. Let me get the research and show the people.
Yeah.
And show Andrew Holness wicked and lie. You understand? And a market. You understand? None other than a criminal.
But when him say this guy is a Jamaican, yeah, because him choose Jamaica. Then the man them despise Mark Golding as a Jamaican. Oh, Mark Golding born a Jamaica.
Hypocrite.
You understand? So you see this hypocritical, scandalous behavior with them have, with them practice. We have to burn them out and run them out when them come out. Run them away. You understand? Because 2015, yeah, the guy landed Jamaica with nothing. and becomes this champion, as where Andrew Wallace said. This champion. Yeah, not just in technology, you know, but in corruption as well. And Andrew need people look like him miss out that paragraph there. Him should have add that to him presentation. I never see a guy we do not participate for Jamaica in a no farmer sport where you know rise the country. He's not an artist. Or him get ambassador in the country. What him do to attain ambassadorial role for Jamaica? A junkie from the age of 14. A junkie from the age of 14 that has been consuming 1 liter of alcohol every night and 60 cigarettes for the day. And that Andrew take and turn ambassador in our place and give him citizenship. Under what terms and conditions this guy become a Jamaican, I don't know why he leave a large economy like India.
All right, hold it the melting pot because it's something come up here now. You understand? We have it now. We have it. Watch this now. Because you see the Prime Minister, him market Edmund Ridge. Right?
Yeah.
Now, you know what the Prime Minister said about him Lucian, you understand? Deal with the COVID-19 and rare blah blah blah. Oh, it was this and oh, it was that. You understand? And talk the good things about it. The truth about it. You understand? He failed. And see the evidence here. How Jamaica failed to handle its jam COVID scandal. This is it. The Amber Group claim it faced cyber attacks. In reality, the app was just not that secure. You understand? Now look at it. So see the evidence I know. As governments scramble to lock down their populations after the COVID-19 pandemic was declared last March, some countries had plans on the way to reopen. By June, Jamaica became one of the first countries to open its borders. Tourism represents about 1/5 of Jamaica's economy. In 2019 alone, 4 million travelers visited Jamaica, bringing thousands of jobs to its 3 million residents. But as COVID-19 stretched into the summer, Jamaica's economy was in free fall, and tourism was its only way back, even if that meant at the expense of the public health. Now, watch this now, because your plan, like you're the Prime Minister, tell lie, as if to say that, you understand, Dushante's father, you understand, was successful with the COVID-19 app. No, it was a terrible failure. This is how lie Andrew Holness is. Now, look on this now. The Jamaican government contracted with Amber Group, a technology company headquartered in Kingston. Me they tell Jamaican people, say, Andrew Holness, I believe, is the person who definitely have certain amount of shares in Amber Group. No evidence, let me mark that clear. You understand? But knowing Andrew Holness, I am telling you, this needs to be investigated.
Of course.
Build a border entry system allowing residents and travelers back onto the island. The system was named Jam COVID and was rolled out as an app and a website to allow visitors to get screened before they arrive. To cross the border, travelers had to upload a negative COVID-19 test result to Jam COVID before boarding their flight from high-risk countries, including the United States. Now go see what happened now, people. Amber Group CEO Dushian Savada boasted that his company developed Jam COVID in 3 days. Now go see what happened now, people. And that it effectively donated the system to the Jamaican government. Right? It never donated, right, it for free. The government lie and protect him, say they did not pay for the app. They pay Dushian Savada millions for the app because remember that we go and jump and we found the amount that the government paid him. You understand? So this, all of them are doing is a PR and lie, which in turn pays Amber Group for additional features and customizations. The rollout appeared to be a success, and Amber Group later secured contracts, you hear, to roll out its border entry system to at least 4 other Caribbean islands. You understand? So this is what Jamaica do, You understand? Set him up. You understand? So that he can get no contract from other islands. Now look at this now. But last month, TechCrunch revealed that Jam COVID exposed immigration documents, passports, passport numbers, and COVID-19 lab test result, and close to half a million travelers, including many Americans, who visited the island over the past year. Amber Group had set the access to the Jam COVID cloud server to public, so anybody can access it. So it looked like a selling all and they sell information to you.
That me I tell them, man.
It looked like it.
They must sell data, man. They must sell data deliberately. Him's a criminal.
If him is the expert, if him is the expert, how could he set the server to public, allowing anyone to access its data from their web browser? Do you hear that? So take this away on it. And here it is, Andrew Holness. You understand? They big him up. You understand?
They're a champion.
This man seems like he's selling Jamaica information. And Andrew Holness allow him to do that. Yes, go ahead, Melton.
He must sell Jamaica information and the tourists them are coming. Several of them thing out there. Yeah. Based on who him set the thing. Cause the data there on him website, you can browse. And it come up. Yeah. But this is the said guy where Andrew say I'm a champion over him own citizen them. You have no youth in a Jamaica where savvy with technology. Andrew now look upon them. Andrew don't want Jamaican around him with the high level of corruption. So the man import people, man. The man import people around him, Because I know Jamaican will drop a little line here and there and then the thing exposed. Andrew protect the thing by using outsiders. That you see the same thing I go.
Yeah.
So this guy, yeah, we know him is a criminal. Yeah, him not credible. And he must be investigated. But Andrew government now go investigate him. I one thing me I tell the PMP, because the PMP must take back Jamaica and the shortcomings, Yeah, not a long time either. Yeah, I just prove it where I wait pan. This guy, if he even fly out, get an extradite paper to extradite him back in Jamaica and try and prison him. A whole bad thing him go out in Jamaica. You have to take out an extradition paper for him, bring him back here. Remember the guy helped Andrew rob 7 seat, where them put the electronic device in, jam the system, light, everything gone. And when it up back, it's like a surge, like a power surge. It round a Buchanan constituency. Buchanan a lead Andrew all the way. All the way. I lead him. And the last 18 boxes we count is a tsunami surge. That it all overinflate the number them will register for vote in the constituency. This is how much it surge. That it surge past the actual amount of people will register for vote. When the island, yeah, the entire island have a less than 40% or just about 40% voter turnout. In that the constituency they assure 100% turnout. What can go so? Well, my people, simple fact of the matter, Andrew ambassador, the criminal ambassador, when import from India, help Andrew along with Tadpole Green, yeah, to rob the election. And several more people participating in it. And this is why, because them thing here, River Council know about them, Because them all look on the whole eventuality will surround that constituency. And them will ask Andrew then, how come the young have electronic voting in a 7 constituency? Out of all the can, why you choose 7 a year and one of them a year 1? Why? Because the only reason why I'm choose the 7, Them know so them 7 seat, there are some senior man seat and it gone. So them protect them seat there. Him protect the bulldozer seat. The side chick. Cause fear 4 council them lose, you know. In the local government election, you know. But general, the MP win. What can go so? I have to protect the side chick bulldozer. And we know the rest of them will protect too. You understand? So we know for a fact, when this case is land a privy council, member say Andrew can't send no butter go give them judge there. Them judge they not deal with butter. So Andrew, you know say, your thing done now. Your time up. We tell you say time must come and Marky G they tell you, you know. But you no defeat it using no corrupted element. Yeah? We don't feel like say it's a word where it's a 9-day wonder. No man, you go hear pay time come. You go start hear it a heck out back in your years old again. Cause me now stop tell you say time come around here, you know. Me have to remind you say one by one you no shall be going to jail. The Gen Sex says so. You understand? We are bringing back the narrative. We are bringing back the slogans of the People's National Party. Because time really come for Andrew. Oh, you jump out a frying pan and you never know. Says an inferno wait for you cross the Atlantic. When you got a privy council, you know, an inferno you drop in. Shrek 5 couldn't angle the heat. Could never angle the heat. So just like how you deal with the system at Jamaica, where the corruption rampant on the island, yeah, you see just like how you see Jamaican money can't spend nowhere else, it can't pass. Norman Manley Airport or Songsters. And so your corruption can't pass the airport. We give you the leverage where you're getting at Jamaica. Anytime your corruption step out of the country, it dead. When it touch the Caribbean Sea, Atlantic water, it dead. Because nobody down in the island, in the Caribbean, them not like you, them not want to see, them know about you. So not even in the Caribbean, your corruption can't sustain itself. Much less to come across the Atlantic, you mad? I done you done for no Andrew. And I write this so the GLP I go come crumbling down. Have to. Because time going come. Not just on Andrew Wellness, but on the whole administration. Because there's no one there to replace him. All of them tainted with corruption. You look upon them a be a criminal. You see them in the parliament, you see it on them face. The whole of them guilty. Guilty as the day them born. Because Andrew make sure no make every one of them dick them and them finger in the ink, you know. Yeah, man, them stain them, man. That's why I'm low them, man. That's why I'm low them ministry no fair deal with no appropriation account. Yeah, that's a go and play. That mean you can't talk for me because me done corrupt you already. This is how Andrew operate. But Andrew never knows it. And all the while him a have faith, you know. Where I preside on him side, you know. Cause the thing a weak around him. Shrek 5 gone. Who come na the hot seat? Them can't do a Shrek 5 do, you know. I'm telling you, no matter what you say, cause people are wise up to the corruption and system, the network will get smaller and smaller the base. Cause from the Prime Minister, commander, scrutiny, everybody I look over them shoulder now, you know, and I say, then hold on. We know him can't win when we got a privy council, you know. It's gonna ask, we are asked. Them are say to themselves, so I want them efficientless. I dance to the same tune. And how long you go dance to that tune there? Big Mama, Draws Davis, Warthog. I want them to all of them, the minions there, straight edge. I want them to go dance to the same tune. Or maybe them can't dance. Because classical tune I go play in a privy council.
Exactly.
Some Beethoven, yeah? And some Beethoven, you know.
And some
Yeah,
good
man.
R&B.
Yeah, me I tell you. And I like them little skin out thing that when we see Andrew them I jump to with them people who say for them go up a arena go overrun Manayard, you know.
And the thing
But
melting
what
pot,
are them?
the thing melting pot, we are going to be more confident in the Privy Council because we know that Andrew Holness extended corruption cannot extend there.
Can't go there so.
That is concerned.
And that's how it for go.
Yeah.
That's why I'm say them feel say them jump out of the frying pan because down at Jamaica a frying pan thing down there. That's why them can easily get to a frying pan thing there at Jamaica. Inferno the cross over here so. The name not talk about no fire. Inferno. Them not see how Strike 5 feel eating it till all our mouth a tremble like a propeller.
Exactly.
Can't stay still. She nervous. Because she know she not operate on them stage yet.
I'm sure you a different thing. I'm a switch on the thing, you understand, and deal with it. Because let me show you something, melting pot. The government, get ton loads of relief in a melting pot, right? And I tell you, it is less than 20% of the aid that the government had gotten, that the government give out, less than 20%, And it want to appears as if now what you want to do, make a transition in terms of now converting all of those relief aid that you get, right, into cash. So come up with voter system. Now, but look now to show you that, look here, many Jamaicans, including entertainers, right, are helping Jamaica, you understand, and going places, doing things. Which part? The Prime Minister, right, who have the tons of aids, right? Not giving out. But look on Sean Paul. Let me show you a clip now with Sean Paul. You understand? They're doing the do. You understand? And many other entertainers. Look on this melting pot. And this is amazing. This is amazing. We go and we talk about the vloggers, them who they go out there. You understand? The entertainer, them who they go out there. Just look on this, Jamaica. Just look on this.
We are trying to sprinkle it every week. Well, last week when I was here, I tell you I'm going to forward back. Next week, I'm going to send back again until the place built. You understand? Reason why yes, so first, in certain terms, it's the hub. Say people need that for their moral. When we pass through, yes, sir, and see one table, remember hard job come and say, yo, we can't even buy the soup or so I feel good for no say. Right now we are built back. Right? I'm promising the last week, I'm there now. So I don't want nobody feel like they get left off because the next week they're there and the next week they're there. You understand? We are built back the place. Put where we are give into this so make yes so can be back at economic hub and make back money. Please. That's what we are at. So we like to see the progress, we're seeing it, and we are cleaning up the beach, and we just want to make them know, say, straight love. Then, that's that we are dealing with. No farmer, no problem, no politics against this or that, or the straight love.
And remember again, please, when you use the product them and fix at the shop them, make we can pass and see the thing look good and see some greatness.
Yeah, man.
We're going to check on any house on have a match down. We're going to check on that.
That's
but them goods that want to get right now, I have to build up the shop them.
I'm fixing here, so it's not just, it help a lot of people moral to see about the place, full and vibrant. So make we do it. Make we do it, yeah?
To do it together. So the mission is to build back the place. All right, build back border. What's the mission? Build back border. Practice.
No,
what's the mission? Build back border. Practice.
Look at this melting pot. Now, it is the Prime Minister who had spoken about resilient, You understand? The Jamaican people, you understand, resilient. You understand? And him now help in terms of that process, you understand, of strengthening people resilient. He's not doing it. It's Sean Paul who decided that, look here, the MSMEs, you understand, medium and small enterprises, you understand, at them now, Sean Paul, the target for build them back and for get stronger, While Andrew only said, look, for take very money and give JPS 150 million, As a matter of fact, it down to 400 million, You understand? I say, They look now, you understand, for bail out the elites and crony capitalists, you know. I make the people them suffer, you know. Uno see who, Jamaica, we are sure that for uno see who. You understand, the other day again, Mr. Marvin Edgar. Marvin Edgar. You understand, they show the Jamaican people and show, you understand, the diaspora, that him, Marvin Edgar, right, used less than 400,000. Less than 400,000. You understand? And pull up and put a solid structure together, you know, for people, you know. And to what Marvin Edgar said, you understand that if you follow them example here, one time, let me say we can search for the Marvin Edgar.
Yeah. But you see that, go and search it. Let me say something about the border thing, you know. This border thing where everybody says Sean Paul, yeah, go there with the money, man, ching, yeah, and start back this rebuild of border vending zone, yeah. Because the man say that will boost the people in moral spirit, yeah, as it relates to them having back a trade, yeah, where them can live off of. You know, say, Arbery will go there and I take it over like the government do it. And I talk about all some sign I go up there and this and that. And I talk like him at the boss. Go there and go people and lift up soup pot and all type of garbage. They said Arbery were there in the state where them kick out. Yeah?
Yes.
They said guy we used to go around and out the generator them. Yeah? Which part light they already. Light they already, you know, and them get generator to them people. So we are just look and show the people them say, if Sean Paul or hear Sean Paul voice and I tell all the people them say, him don't want it to be no political thing. Yeah, just build back the place. Just build back the place because I'm not like pass and see the one stall. Because I say, boy, I can't even stop there having soup. I look like that man I love him soup. Yeah? So the man come there and see the truckload of new brand ply, you know, and the lumber them and everything. And you see the man there and you hear the people them there in a one voice. When them say, wait name, them say build back border. But here is Nancy Arbery. Run gone down there, go and take over the project. Like it's a government thing, like a Andrew money, them build it, like a GLP money. Government now a cent in that. And I talk about, oh, you know, before there wasn't no concrete around it. Now it's built on concrete. And a year money put it on a concrete piece of nastiness. A Sean Paul and ching thing. Not Angela Labour Party. So we just like to highlight what them do. Because anytime them do it, you know, you just draw for the original footage and just kill them. Just kill them with it and expose the lie. You cannot make these people continue to operate under the pretext of lie. They have to stop it. It's a must. Once the Titans are in town, and we shall be in town, they have to stop it. This pretext a lie with them and run out with all over the place. All when it's plain and obvious to everybody. Yeah, because right now, you know, Arbery look like a piece of shit, you know. Andrew must have asked him, say, what you go to go do? You don't know them man over there, so have them footage there. The Eagle must see it. Byron must see it. Melting Pot go see it too. What you do? You can't go to like the government thing and attack, but you know, some sponsor now come put on some logo on the stall them. Like mother one say, well, all right, if that one you have Ria Navy go sponsor it. That means if it forget to paint and thing and repair Ria Navy. You know, how them guys they are deal with? Them a behave like too much of a criminal. All who fly back in, you know, turn criminal, you know. Because I really did nice state and coming back and see them and do the criminal work. Him doing criminal activity. So we have to talk about them. You find anything with Edgar?
No, look on this with Spice, Melting Pot. We still a search for Edgar, more. But look on this with Spice. You understand? Gone in era where Andrew Wallace can't find. But Spice find it. When you look on them something here in Jamaica. Take sleeper mark that.
Okay, so on behalf of Grace Hamilton Foundation, I'm going to give you one truckload that can build back this house. It have over 1,000 blocks. It have cement. It have steel. It have plyboard. It have zinc. It have nail. It have everything to give you a fresh start to build up this whole structure all over again. Oh my God. Ronnie, I can't say that sure I feel with one ill enough. Yeah, man. Let's try. Let's let it out now. Yeah, man.
See that? You see it? The person who overcome with joy, that are tears of joy.
Oh God, you see. Oh God.
While Andrew can't make the people them overcome with joy. A sorrow Andrew unleash by the people.
Right? Look on it. Look on it, people. See that? Price still more than 10 homes. More than 10 homes price bill.
Oh God.
But we talk about this now, melting pot. Watch this now. You understand? Before you come in, let me say something, melting pot. Watch this. When Andrew Honest want the people them for vote for him, he roll up in pants foot, take off in boat, and walk in a dirty water, go look the vote. We see that. Him take off in boat, roll up in pants foot, walk in a dirty water, go look the vote for can the people them. And now, this is where the people them need him now. Where is he? Where is he? Spice, as what the information said, build more than 10 homes. And you're going to tell me now, if the Prime Minister will not do what Spice do, you know how much people would have gotten help from the, number one, the millions in insurance money, right? Donations, you understand? Otherwise, from the insurance money, right? I mean, cargo load, how much cargo load of stuff. And if the Prime Minister, you understand, trust me, going to St. Elizabeth, going to Westmoreland, the Prime Minister would have achieved, you understand, so many things in terms of rebuilding. So the Prime Minister delayed upon this point, right? Telling lies to Jamaican people how JDF don't have as much helicopter. When the melting pot search the inventory, you understand, JDF have about 15 helicopter. Right? And the Prime Minister is acting like only 5 copters there are 3. You understand the wickedness with them on you? As the Spice show him up there. You understand? Edgar show him up. You understand? Sean Paul show him up. You understand? Vloggers show him up. Everybody show him up. Say the man are just 100% wicked and corrupt. Yes, melting pot. Go ahead.
Yeah, man. And I mean, you know, a 100% solid information you just roll out there. So nobody can dispute that. Because we use sight and sound when we are deliver, you know. Yeah, shape the background of a sight and sound. And then, you know, we just dissect through that. Nobody can dispute it. Yeah? But when I say, just look how the recipient of the gift from Spice was overwhelmed with tears, but tears of joy. And you left the people in a tears of sorrow. Because out of the people them can't see nobody have come them way. Ordinary Jamaicans, with the said administration here, try to destroy them product. And them now, cause Sean Paul artist, Spike's artist. Does this government care about reggae music? No. Budra artists, yeah, and several more artists. Yeah, Shaggy and them man, they're artists. That's why me I show Jamaican people again. And I want to say to them, stop from supporting Andrew Holness and the nasty Labour Party regime when him create. Because the product that is now becoming a part of Jamaica hurricane relief is reggae music. Up to Cartel, I do film thing him in a prison where them said one put him there. You understand? We have to look now, you know. It's like we have a water supply and Andrew cut it off. We now go dead for thirst. We now dead for thirst. So what the artists them do? Them just move themselves from Jamaica and base themselves overseas where the market there and make the money. God, them not like when time small people become wealthy, you know. That's the capital. That's not the capitalist way of all them things. You know, to rise up and rich, man. You come from nowhere. You know nobody. You want to come eggs up round we like what them say Usain Bolt did that around them. Eggs up. That's why them chop him, you know. But you know him is a sellout too. And we're not afraid to say that. Yeah, so these are what we see the ordinary Jamaican citizens do. But the people who collect the tax, yeah, I remember Jamaica is a heavily burdened country when it comes to tax. Yeah, because that's how the country finance is structured around. Tax is a service industry. So I tax them take run the country. We know Jamaican people pay the most tax in the CARICOM region and probably outside of CARICOM too. Using the percentage metrics. Yeah. So we are saying the government has despised the people, spice them going, can't do them thing. Yeah, I benefit the people, should go on 10 houses. They say Marvin Edgar use 400,000 and do a thing. So we are tell Jamaican people stop by them dear million house there, them look prefabricated cardboard Paul house for millions where Andrew are selling, you know. You see, if that way, because Michael Mann never create the National Housing Trust to sell houses at them price there, you know. We don't need to start boycott the National Housing Trust houses them too. For a long time we know say house can build for far less money than what we hear them a quote. Because me can build house from scratch, from out of the earth. Me can do everything in that regard and me know say it much cheaper. So regardless, it's a mortgage, yes, but it don't need to go at them millions that we are here. I remember houses them wanna build good. And you're outright criminal. But me could talk about something now as it relates to the same food thing we are talking about earlier on, Sir Byron. Yeah? I hear Snippy, Colonel Charles' daughter, come say the government spend 225.1 million buying food for Jamaicans. Yeah? And you what him say now? This is the 9th of December 2025 report. Yeah? Them said the food was buy on a prerequisite terms, you know. Before even Melissa hit the island and was distributed in certain location across the island. So I'm thinking to myself, if Colonel Charles' daughter when him Snippy come out and say this, then where was this warehouse? Because we must have place where we put them thing the $225.1 million out of food preparation before Melissa hit the island, but it there over certain places across the island. Then when the relief come, we not get it to them same location there so it can reach the people. Why it come from upper central location in a Kingston? And why you don't buy 225.1 million? But you never bought a food item. But you couldn't give the people them not even a bottle of water. From day 1, day 2, a weeks after them a cry for water and food. They just Andrew and Snippy them a sell themselves short, man. Snippy come through Andrew under the bus. Just like how you see Big Mama through him under the school bus them ever by. You understand? Alright. Them say 52 million, yeah? Per hurricane food. 52 million. Yeah, them spend for hurricane food.
All right. What on the melting pot? Because we find the Marvin Edgar clip. We could show Jamaica how much Marvin Edgar use, right, and build back as our house. You understand? For one of the persons who, right, suffer losses. Look at this. Look at this, people.
2-bedroom. It's a 2-bedroom, kitchen, bathroom, living room. It's bigger. Washroom too. Veranda. Master God. Viva. See that? I'm going to tell you this. Under $400,000. Under 400,000 Jamaican dollars. And for the people in America and stuff, I wonder 400,000. What is that in US money? Literally like 3,000 US. Or a little less than 3,000 US. And we can set up a structure like this for families of 5. If your family have 5, a family have even 6. Easily. And the man they're ready for work. May I go get them work. Whole heap of team across the country. We can't do this right now. Lord Jesus, see me girl come with all our baby. Already called up on our house. Lord Jesus. Natalia. Eh? People, see Natalia called up on your house. Natalia, how you feel? Eh?
Great.
You feel her? Great. See the Jamaica. On a look on it. Big. I yesterday alone the man them take to put up a board. And them have one special thing what I'm gonna do right now where them are gonna mesh the outside of the board and them are splash it. It constructor man, they want to know what I'm talking about. So it will have concrete to protect the board. Yeah, it will have concrete to kind of protect the board so then a board that can last long. And yeah, me tell you, solid structure, solid. And we buy the hurricane strap them and everything. I should not even know the place just decent and nice. And you see this? So them a dig a pit. They might dig a pit. So you have the sewage and all kind of stuff can run down this but massive, big. And when me tell you say bigger than the scheme house, bigger than the scheme house. Andrew Holness and your administration, do this and beat me. Do this and beat me. You know how you think of people saying this? I told somebody responsible for this. Joel. The Bayesian woman and Marvin Edgar. You hear? How we do this? How we do this woman and Marvin Edgar? You hear? How we do this? How we do this? Out of pocket. Drunker. Tear down. We want to set up a whole country, so. See there? And we're not done. It's in them a way to go on. Them a do the raft and everything today. And then tomorrow them a shubani. And before, by now on Sunday, the woman can come in here and we're going to put in the flooring. We're going to start it out fast. In less than a week. House bill. And a bigger than the scheme house them. Can be a 2-bedroom. It's a 2-bedroom, kitchen, bathroom, living room. It's big.
The Prime Minister should be embarrassed. Should be embarrassed. To know that you can use less than 400,000 and put up a structure. Remember now, the Prime Minister get into taxpayers' money and pay for a sign in a month to go pay for $17 million. You know? $17 million the Prime Minister pay for sign in a month to go pay. You know? Can you imagine? You want to see the level of criminality, you know, people? And pay for another sign $12 million in a Ochi, you know. In a Westmoreland, you know. Want to see the level of criminality, you know. And wanted to use container, right? And put the people in a container at $3 million Jamaican dollars. $3 million Jamaican dollars. So sorry for the sign. The sign was you want to put a sign in the grill, you understand, for $12 million and a sign in Montego Bay for $17 million. You understand? A Marvin Edgar. They show you say Jamaica. They show you say a house can be constructed under $400,000. I'm not finished yet. So when we are melting pot and loan some DSO and I said $3 trillion unaccounted for, we don't want no big mama, no Draws Davis, for the try spin. What we say? $3 trillion get tech away. $3 trillion missing, gone, to sustain their lifestyle and their pockets. You understand? take sleep among that. Right?
Yeah.
Go ahead, Melting Pot.
I remember yesterday them two sign away I talk about were total 29 million. A lollipop jar thief that, you know. And the tourism minister thief that. A film cut that. You understand? And Andrew, a lollipop jar, everybody eat from where them response for. But the Minister of Tourism, those sign was erected as part of the tourism enhancement in terms of, you know, advertising Jamaica. Yeah? Or you them come put red, green, and gold on it for Bob Marley. Everybody's synonymous with Bob Marley. So we're putting a red, green, and gold. Because them like to trick and con and spin thing and lie and rob the country, you know. Yeah? So we know lollipop jar, because we can show them, we know where the corruption lies, and we know who are running the ministry them. We don't appropriation account now come from. So you say lollipop jar ripper 29 million, there's some probably more too, but you can identify that 29 there. You identify for Royal Reed 50 and you identify the 22 from the guy at InSport and member for Andrew Wallace one, you know. Remember, you know, there's no number you can attach to that, you know. That's huge. Huge! Alright. But going back to what Snippy has said. Snippy said the government over 340,000 food package them distribute up to the time of the 9th of December 2025. Over 340,000, you know. Him say 98,000 package at PEM distribute that. Yeah. Him say the Jamaica Defense Force, yeah, them distribute 242,000 under the Ministry of Labour and Social Security. Yeah. So them visited 379 community and distribute. Yeah. And the 340,000 distributed primarily in Western Jamaica. Yeah. So me, I go ask the question now. Right? Then how see the people them down there cry for water, thirsty food, them hungry, down in a ground zero? How people down them place they not get attention yet? 6-7 weeks, almost 2 months. But we have see them number here where Snippy come out and talk about. And Snippy I tell you to the government spend 225.1 million buying food. Yeah, before Melissa hit the island. Lie. Because remember we have video, you know. The private sector people from the business community, the Chinaman, yeah, I drop off several amount of water and food stuff up a Snippy yard. You understand? So, under no circumstance, I know Andrew Holness government don't spend 225.1 million on food. Never. Them say them spend 173.1 million, yeah, in preparation for the hurricane. Yeah? So when you add that now to the 225.1, yeah, you get a close to our that now. 225, 320, our 400,000, 398.2 thousand million, 398.2 million. The government, you know, utilizing the exercise preparation for Melissa. 398.2 million, you know. We not see nothing like that, Byron. You see anything like that?
No, sir.
So if you're tying the 225.1 million pound food and the 173.1, yeah, that are in a shelter and all them things there, where them are talk about, yeah, it come up to 398.2 million. But the people them down there was left alone. So why would you invest 398.2 million? But then you not go look for the people them down there ball. A Robert from the journalist from our Fox, him you sit down there. I go through, you don't see no soldier, you don't see nobody. Yeah? You don't see nobody. Alright, them say overall, yeah, within the community the way them go, them distribute 3.3 million food package to 190,000 people. 3.3 million, to the 9th of December from Melissa. Them distribute 3.3 million worth of food. Hot food them at talk about. To 190,000 people. What you say about that, Sir Byron?
Yeah, man.
Them can't distribute that.
No. Under no circumstances. That's a lie. And you're
They
perfectly
cannot
right.
distribute that.
You're perfectly right.
3.3 million hot meal, to 190,000 people, Unbelievable.
Yeah, of course. You're
But them normalize the thing where them fabricate number in Jamaica now.
Yes.
That's why I tell people say the dead figure for last time where them put out, was over 2,000 when Andrew bring it down to 1,133. Over 2,000 people dead. Them half the number, just like how them half the people when them kill off in a pandemic from 7,000 to 3,500. Yeah, just like how you see them half the poverty rate and the unemployment rate. Yeah, everything them half. You understand? And just like how you see them increase the percentage where them say the economy grow by, just for Andrew look good because them feel like the 5 and 4, and feel miserable. Yeah, the two man that was in charge with the 5 and 4, the two of them are there in Jamaica now. Nigel Clark and Michael Leach in them out of the country through corruption. But at them man they charge of the responsibility of growing the country economy 5% in a 4 year. So everything where you see them come out with is lie.
Pure lie. Pure lie.
Pure lie them come with. Them normalize lying to the people in our country. Yeah. So all of them things when we take out of the guy excerpt. Yeah. If you look through it, you see say snippy tell lie. But remember him father a criminal, And liar and thief walk together. Like bird of a feather we flock together. So they have the charge them. The charge them and nobody to talk to nobody. Him daddy used to go on the whole part thing. Man leader have to put him on Babsy. And heavy management in a gun court. Heavy management. Cause the boy white-head, used to go on the whole heap of thing in a Jamaica. Back in them time there, Yeah, I organize some paramilitary troop in our country.
Yeah, he was a violence producer.
He was a violence producer. I remember the whole of them did a benefit, under Eddie Seaga, And then the whole of them come and want overthrow Eddie. Form the gang of 5. People don't remember, no man. And then Eddie put them under management manners to like Michael Manley.
Yes.
And kick them out and them go farm NDM. NDM. You understand? So we know the full history behind these people. Charge them no good. That's why I see him two daughters them operate like skettle, God, the daddy no good. Yeah. And the mother no good either. Because you see your man come home with 2,000 acre land. You're not supposed to ask him what he do with so much land. But instead you make him put all the name on the estate as director. You're supposed to have the piece of shit where you go with so much land. 2,000 acre land. Where you going to pay what? $1,000? Joke business are going on at Jamaica, man. All them land have to take way back here. Because you can't make them nasty people like the Charles come have no upper hand over Jamaican people. Jamaican people can't hardly find piece of land to live on, but a guy slung on 2,000, 1,000 Jamaican dollar. You mad? You need to get back with land, man. And JC out in the land too, Because you have 1,400 acre land down there, 1,400 to one, then back to. Coming around looking donkey face boy like you. I do it so much land. We need back them land there. We need back them sugar land there. That's why we want to wind up the sugar plantation to take the land them. And Jamaican people have to understand sugar is something you use daily. It can't stop use. So why you the cripple your sugar industry? Why? And then now, I see the nastiness I run out of there. Him done at Clarendon at about airport for build a Vernon field and walk back new sugar factory. Why not close Money Must be there Lionel Town? Go now go back at the same place now go open it up. Go open up a new sugar factory. And where you come with, you can't come with it on the back of the 6.7 billion where you get. Yeah, because that is a money for rebuild back the people in my mash up. Not to come introduce the money there in some new business where you want constructing at Jamaica. Because you never get a loan there as a commercial investment loan, you know. So I don't know how airport and new sugar factory in a Lionel Town. Because there's some money must there. So why you that close Money Must? Why you close down all them rest of sugar factory like all Bernard Lodge and all them place there? And over there say you want to get the boy Michael Leachin. How much you can land them over there? Where you get the people off where you say it's designed to plant pepper. Nasty criminal, you know. Eh? Oh, you can put pepper over the people in life in Jamaica. Destroy the people in good houses because Andrew bad mind. The guy is a bad mind leader. When we look and see, look get up people with them nice concrete house and everything, you know. It's designed in a way, if you take an aerial view, everything in line, it line out good. Yeah, the layout and where the people might build over Clifton. I don't like you have a house, yes, and this, everything coordinated. Yeah. Good solid concrete houses. Everybody invest $1 million in them project and you go over there and use same Jamaican, you know. Same Jamaican. The Andrew would have to operate them heavy equipment there. Me as a Jamaican in can't go there so. Go do them type of work the early morning. Them soldier and police are not supposed to go with them. And when you look, you have a little nastiness like Magla. Magla. Nasty Dennis Brook. We are posed as a police, we man on a police. Him is a Magla. Over there. Same as senior strategist. Senior strategist, you know. Hey, we have to take back the country out of them people and it's a must. As we will never enjoy the fruit of the labor our heroes them. Here we fight for free Jamaica. And that are the fruit of the labor with them man there. Paul Bogle, the George William Garden, Nanny, Sam Sharp, and them people there. Here, them left a legacy where Jamaica people supposed to embrace, which is freedom. Oh, and get a little nastiness like Andrew Holden is the key to our freedom. You mad? We have to stop this fear up by all means. And I now stop tell my people them say it's time to start to rebel. We have to go on that war part of rebellion against this regime. Move this regime. Come with a life for God, Jamaica can go beach freely, you know. Bring out some youth and say, all right, come. Load up that little vehicle there. Yeah? One time gone, people could have made trip from them community. You got Port of Seaga, you got Duns River, you got a Turtle Tower Beach and all them places. You can't do them thing there again. The beach them gone. The beach them gone. Foreigners barricade them with wall. You can't see the coastline them again. Because them have them hedonism 1 and 2 behind there with them nasty living. So when you see all them destruction they reach Jamaica, it is at the hand of the Almighty. God the country want to be purged and washed and clean. Too much nastiness are going on in the country. The country was a Christian moral country. The Christianity are one of the strong faith. And them turn it in a Sodom and Gomorrah. So you see all them element of force and nature we are lick Jamaica is at the hands of these people here. Cause I never know them things that can happen in Jamaica where I hear happen at hedonism 1 and 2. Yeah? They must have 3 too. Joke business under this capitalist regime government where we have. Michael Manley said Jamaica land must not be sold to foreigners. It's a sell and give away. It's not just sold, it's a sell and give away. And you have some criminal at thief 2,000 and 1,004 acre. Be a joke business a go on. You have some guy have some land all about the place. Cause them have them friend each up in a UDC. Them know the land there. Them go move them. Them control them. All they do is the project a go up where taxpayers' money are built. Cause the money a come from NHT. We not see how Andrew operate the country. Andrew will take all the people them contribution money from NHT. I give to him friend Dex him. He might utilize it himself too under the scheme. But we have to start investigate a management team up at NHT. Cause that not supposed to align itself to no government. Manley never put himself in a NHT, you know. No. Him leave it for operate as an independent entity. Yeah, him structure it that way there. It no need no prime minister itch up around it and a smell the money. Or them smell. That's how we Andrew do. Take how many billions out of it? Him gone 114 billion over the 10 years. That him a take, I use it to make up in budget to run the country. That's why you can't listen not what them tell you, no, my people. The country not running well. When you have to go to a contribution entity where people put their money in, yeah? Why never go to credit union? Can't go there. Because credit union run different. The banking system. Him go as a contribution hub. The people money just there. And go house it bill, it not do nothing else. Yeah? And gone in with him nasty self. Gone tear down Manley vision. Gone tear down Manley vision. Manley say NHT for build house for poor people at affordable cost. NHT slogan was the key to your home. Now we see him have it a ton key to police station. That build police station and refurbish police station. And a man live beyond that. But then we hear Dr. Crab and all of them come out and say them spend the most money on crime. Government. Largest amount of money in the history of the Jamaica we have spent on security. And then lo and behold, at NHT, I deal with restoration of police station and building new station. A man they never say key to police station. It's a key to your home. That's the slogan or the matter for NHT. The key to your home, not no key to no police station. So Andrew have a lot to answer to. And whoever is running up, but go on. I am going to some work in the coming week. I want to know how I run up there, so you know. Yeah? I have to know the management team and know certain thing about them up there, so. Because them align themselves to this criminal guy, you know. And from you align yourself to Andrew Wallace, you are just like Andrew Wallace. Andrew Wallace a thief, you a thief. Andrew Wallace a criminal, you a criminal too. Because you must hear about the man track record and know so you know want to catch them virus there. So all who are each up themselves from Andrew from up at NHT, beware. 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 Because we're coming at you guys. I yield back the floor to you, Sir Byron.
All right, well said, Melting Pot. Love it, heavy punch. Melting Pot come out with the fire blazing. Now, well, you know, we are in the closing of our show now, and of course, we want to have none other than, of course, the comrade leader, Mark Jefferson Golden, right, take us out in terms of, you know, giving applaud and appreciation to, you know, none other than our veteran Portia Simpson Miller, former Prime Minister, right? Let us use the moment, for that celebration to take us out tonight. All right.
I want to send a special shout out, birthday greetings to my mentor, Portia Lucretia Simpson Miller, the most honorable, on her 80th birthday. Sister P, you were the one who brought me into Parliament in 2007 into the Senate, and in 2016 made me leader of opposition business in the Senate and made me your Minister of Justice when you were in government from 2012 to 2016. That government was the one that delivered the fundamental reforms to Jamaica's financial system and economic performance that have led to a more sustainable future for our people. Your name will eternally ring in the hallows of good governance for the sacrifices that you were prepared to pay to ensure that Jamaica was put on the right path forward. God bless you, Sister P. We love you, and we pray for you, and we look forward to many more happy birthdays to come. One love.
And of course, let us have, right, our another veteran to take us out, right, and close the show, right? None other than our former Prime Minister, P.J. Patterson. Let us, of course, celebrating, right, Portia Simpson's birthday, 80, right? 80th birthday.
Believe
right.
That 55 years have passed since I had the great pride and privilege of meeting a young miss at the national arena. She came to me, handed me a pamphlet which I was saying for the first time, we say PJ. Ever since then, it's been a wonderful experience seeing her grow, passing through all the stages of being a councillor, member of parliament and parliamentary secretary, until she became a vice president of our great party, president of our women's movement, and then later on succeeded me to become the 7th Prime Minister of Jamaica. What a wonderful and inspiring journey. Portia, my sister, have a very happy birthday. You have earned the right to enjoy it in whatever way you choose to do. Sorry, we are not going to be able to meet for a great big celebration as we did a few years ago, but I know your family and your close circle of friends are going to be there with you. We thank you for your service. We thank you for your dedication. We thank you for the fine example you have set, which reminds us that in the discharge of our duties, in the execution of our office, and particularly relevant at a time like this, we must look out for the poor, the vulnerable, the aged, the women, and the children. Thank you, Portia. Have a happy, happy birthday and many more to come. I can't believe.
I want to say
that
I feel so. I end the night with such a merry, such a smile, right? When we get that sort of celebrative mood, right? In terms of honoring, right, Portia Simpson, who truly deserve it. On behalf of Mystic Sensation, we are also inclined, you understand, to give Mama Portia her true honor, right, to help to build Jamaica and save Jamaica. And I feel inclined to say, right, these are the words that help us to be resilient in a time like this. Let me just hand over to Wifey for Wifey to close us out. I want to say big respect to, I want to say big respect to none other than Melting Pot, right? And trust me, my Jamaican people, believe you me, Melting Pot, right? I mean, always been there, right? Respond, you understand, to a call of duty. And I'm telling you, Melting Pot, my respect, right? Meet out to you, my brother, right? To help us to disseminate the information that ought to be disseminated, right? And educate the people. You are in the fight. You're a true lieutenant. Melting Pot, Mystic Sensation, salute you, boss, right? Big up yourself all the time. People, want to say big love to you. Walk good. We love you, right? And thank you for passing through Mystic Sensation, right? And we're looking forward, right, for your energy. You continue, right, to give us that light. You are the beacon that drive us to a path, right, of strong energy and goodwill. Thus, we are all in the fight, fighting for our people and fighting for good governance. Melting Pot, salute. Bless.
As usual, people, safe travel on the gravel.
Safe travel on the gravel. Have a wonderful and blessed weekend, guys.
All right.
I know why you come to me with that foolishness, you know. You elect a prime minister, and is a prime minister run the country. It is time we learn to hold our leaders accountable for their actions and stop making excuses for them. Stop making excuses. Otherwise, go elect the people who really run in the country. And I don't want the right start that stupid argument. Hold the people you elect accountable and stop making excuses for them.